Morning, brother. How you doing? Daniel, good morning to you, brother.
Features familiar characters from the hit Netflix series like Jim Hopper and Henry Creel. It debuted on London's West End last year and has smashed box office records. Preview performances will begin in New York on March 28th, with opening night set for April 2nd. And Disney is hiking prices on its streaming platforms, including Hulu and ESPN Plus. Beginning in October, the services will cost $1 to $2 more a month. Disney Plus Basic will cost $9.99 and Premium will cost $15.99 per month. Hulu with ads will be on par with Disney Plus Basic, and Hulu without ads will run $18.99. ESPN Plus, which has ads, will cost $11.99. That's entertainment. I'm Jacqueline Carl, NBC News Radio.
WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Noonan, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGrange.
SRN News, I'm Tasha Stevens, saying Harvard failed its Jewish students. A judge allows an anti-Semitism lawsuit to proceed.
District Judge Richard Stern ruled Tuesday that
Gotta love it when you're trying to get your poll question up and it don't want to work. Good morning, everybody.
Harvard was sued in January over its campus environment and the handling of protests after the October 7th Hamas attack against Israel, saying Jewish students were harassed and the school did not address the issue adequately. Stern said Tuesday after hearing arguments last week that the case could proceed, but did not rule on the merits of the allegations. The judge did say, however, that the plaintiffs have plausibly pled an abusive environment toward Jewish students. Bernie Mann reporting.
Candidates from both presidential tickets to sit in Eau Claire, Wisconsin Wednesday, and separate campaign stops as they work to win over a...
Good morning, everyone. We're getting started shortly.
Vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance says he wonders why Vice President Harris has not conducted an extended interview or press conference since she began her campaign July 21st.
I think it's really disgraceful, both for Kamala Harris, but also for a lot of the American media that participates in this, to have a person who's been the presumptive nominee of the Democrat Party for 17 days and refuses to take a single question from the American media.
House Speaker Mike Johnson predicts Republicans will win big in November in an interview with The Hill. Johnson said he was pleased with Kamala Harris's decision to pick leftist Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate. He said the two cannot hide from their record. President Trump said he could not be more thrilled with Walz on the ticket. Walz is known for his far-left ideology. Also at SRNnews.com, former President Trump says he plans to debate Kamala Harris in the near future in an interview on Fox. He said they could reach an agreement soon. This is SRN News.
Good morning, everyone.
Christian relief agencies are on alert.
As tropical storm Debbie plows across the southeast, organizations such as Samaritan's Purse and Baptist Disaster Relief are marshaling volunteers and supplies to bring help wherever it's needed. Baptist Press quotes leaders of Baptist relief groups.
Good morning, Toby. How you doing this morning, brother? Martin and Toby and 12 and little Z and Daniel. Glad everybody's on with us.
Vice President Kamala Harris's selection for running mate will please the most liberal wing of the Democrat Party. Tim Walz has made his state a bastion of liberal policy. He won the governor's office in 2018. And Democratic control of the legislature allowed Walz and lawmakers to...
What was about yesterday, Toby? Hope everything is good with you.
This is SRN News. Another member of the left-wing congressional group known as ThisNews.com.
I'm pretty handy around the house, but now that I have kids, I don't want to spend my Saturday installing a toilet or fixing an air conditioner. But thankfully, there's HomeAdvisor.
Good morning there. We got to start the poll over.
Area to handle any kind of project. You can read reviews of the pros, check their availability, even book appointments online. And what my wife loves most is that HomeAdvisor is completely free to use.
Go to HomeAdvisor.com or download the free app to get started.
Okay, so Domino's Perfect Combo includes 2 medium one-topping pizzas, 16 Parmesan bread bites, 8 cinnamon twists, and a 2-liter of Coke. Today we're on the street asking real people how much they think it all costs. All of it? All of it. $44 or $45? $34.99. The 2 pizzas are probably 10 each.
75?
Well, what if I told you that this Domino's Perfect Combo is only $19.99? Shut the front door.
This will be a family.
It's Domino's Perfect Combo, and it's all just $19.99.
What's the difference at Southern States Bank? We're not just your
Okay.
bankers, we're your partners. Southern States
All right,
Bank.
guys. Let's see.
SouthernStateSBank.net. Housing with member FDIC and MLS number 410611.
Hey, Carl here from Cowee the Force. Cowee the Force is Newman's own addiction recovery support center. We exist.
We'll get it started over.
Services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowetheforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
There we go. That's what I wanted to get. What's up, buddy? How you doing, Bruce? We started over the poll. You guys can, again. Good morning, Amber. Bruce, Toby. I'll say hello to everybody in a minute. I had to restart we got a guest coming up this morning. Her name is Elizabeth Sorrels. She's the author of the Birthday Bash. She'll be talking about an unsolved homicide in small town, USA.
Your search is over. Most Valuable Smiles in downtown Eatonton, Georgia is committed to giving you the biggest and brightest smile. Eatonton to lock in these exclusive deals. Call 706-623-0318 or visit mostvaluablesmiles.com.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Noonan. Same great.
Oh, yeah.
Best chicken around. Fish dinners open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around.
True Crime Thursday kicks off shortly.
Jackson Street, Suite A here in Noonan.
There, folks. Looking for the top expert in Medicare, health insurance, and life insurance? Look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine, your trusted agent. Charmaine works with multiple companies, ensuring you get the options tailored just for you. Why settle for less?
Yeah, they're going to fight in October, guys.
6-525-5931 and speak to Charmaine. CP Financial Top.
Yeah, I saw that, Bruce, the Braves and the Reds. One of the near oldest rivalries. Not quite as good as some of the other ones, but yeah. Nobody beats the Red Sox and the Yankees. Even though I'm a Braves fan, that's the rivalry. But yeah, it's cool. I saw that. More baseball games at racetracks, more hockey, outside hockey games at baseball fields. It's all, we're just starting to mix it all up. All right, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Got a great guest. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, you're going to try to get tickets to go see it? There you go. Yep. That fella awfully sounds familiar. Say that 5 times right. That guy sounds familiar. Yeah, that's me. All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How's everybody doing on this TGIT Twisted True Crime Thursday? We got coming up for you in the final period. Guess what? Elizabeth Sorrels from the Birthday Bash, the author, will join us. We'll have True Crime Thursday kicking off next. It's RyanORadio, Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most, Ryan O'Neal, and of course, I am the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast. Shout it out loud. Actually, it's 78,000 this morning. Across the RyanORadio media page on iHeartRadio, Amazon Prime, and more. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we're across Earth Rock Radio, where we had a whole lot of people. Talked to old Randy about that particular story. All of you guys, good morning to you in the Navajo Nation, New Mexico, Arizona, and the surrounding areas there. We're also across the British Columbia Isles of Canada and the 99.1 FM WQEE page. We're all over that on our YouTube page, as well as across, hold on. We're across Facebook and more. Real radio for you as well. To my haters, I got this to say to everyone. Listen up, haters. I am the man around here, whether they like it or not. Good morning, everybody. We're going to say hello to all our fantastic listeners and bring all their names up on the different feeds here momentarily as we kick off period number 1 of 3 periods of nonstop play. True Crime Thursday is underway, ladies and gentlemen. We'll say hello to all you wonderful, fantastic folks this morning. So stay with us here. In just a moment. But we'll kick it all off. We've got coming up for you some Israel at war. Of course, what's going on there? We've got a Pennsylvania man that stabbed his mom. An ex-girlfriend in Florida. A Florida woman gets mad at her ex-boyfriend and goes after and attacks and puts the current girlfriend in the hospital. That sounds like a Florida thing. Also, we're going to talk more about Vincent Kennedy McMahon. That's right. He's got some updates there, and his son was overseeing Tony Khan last week. We'll get you those details and more. And True Crime Thursday will conclude in the final period with one of our favorite people, author extraordinaire, the one, the only, Elizabeth Sorrels, the author of the Birthday Bashes. We talk about another unsolved homicide in small town USA. We'll get you all that. And that's what's leading up to our poll question this morning. And I know we don't have everybody's name on there, but there's only so many you can put on the poll question. Which of these child murderers might be the most terrifying people to ever walk this planet? John Wayne Gacy, known as the killer clown in the 1970s, which they're going to be doing a documentary combining him with our next guy. He's got 88% of the votes. 12% of the votes going to Dean Carell, who also is known as the Candy Man. Dave Candy killed 28 boys. Robert Blake is over there across the pond. I had to put this one because he was across the pond, and we have a lot of fantastic listeners from across the pond. Robert Blake, I guess you would call him the Scotland killer. He did a lot of destruction, died in prison, and murdered 4 girls in the UK. And Norman Simons, and of course, that's 0%. And Norman Simons, the final one, 0% of the votes. He was called the Station Strangler. He was a 5th grade teacher in South Africa. We got some South African listeners. 22 boys were killed from 1986 to 1994, and he's currently in prison. So that's what those are. Go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Agent 35, for getting a promotion. There you go. So those are the child murderers there. So we know John Wayne Gacy is one of the most popular ones. So we have the killer clown. We have the Candy Man. We have the third guy is a Scottish killer. I'm going to just call him the Scottish killer. He doesn't have a nickname. And Norman, the last one, is the Station Strangler. So there you go. Wow. Good morning going out to Toby. Thank you for joining us. Amber, what's up? Thank you for joining us for another day, my friend. 12, good morning. Martin is with us as always. Little Z over in the UK. Good morning to her, young lady. Jay, the poll, I say none of the above, but write in Albert Fish. Albert Fish is who he writes in. There you go, Jay. A Little Z as well. Amber and Toby. Good morning. Hello from Australia. We got Nick Bow. Good morning. Bruce in Tennessee is with us this morning, as well as Daniel in Missouri. He got some Missouri news coming up for you somewhere. I know there was some Missouri news somewhere I saw. I don't know what it was. You guys busted somebody or something? I don't know. So I got to go back and look at my notes. All right, let's make sure we got everybody that said hello. And that is it. There you go. Everybody is acting right. Good morning from Kenya. Hey, Ali. How you doing? Hello, family. How you doing? Brad, good morning to you, brother. Good morning to you. All right, this is True Crime Thursday. We're going to be diving more into a lot of true crime stuff and everything. I don't know, Michael. Why would you come on and say something like that? Are you like a 40-year-old man that thinks it's funny on the internet and do that? Yeah, I am. You know, that is some true crime right there, is when grown men act like children and think they're funny. And then when somebody calls them out, they get mad. Don't make fun of the person I like and don't make fun of me. Oh, God. Yo, an FBI agent is here, right? Yep, you are. What's up? The Beast 45. What a name, from England. The Beast 45. What's up, brother? How you doing this morning? Thank you for coming on and being a part of the show. There you go. All right, we got a lot in store for you. True Crime Thursday. We'll get you some news you can use and all that good stuff. So stay with us. All right, there you go. Michael, we have young ones in here. Watch your mouth. No, they just get thrown out, Toby, because we don't have time for grown men acting like children, especially when we got children in here that act like adults. No, I've got the FC. I'm under the FCC, buddy. I've got more power than you and any imaginary conspiracy nut on the internet, which are going to be pulled off in the next couple of months. They're going to take people who lie off the internet, right? Notification Live will take down due to previous reports if you do not end within 1 minute, including permanent ban. Nah, you can't do anything to me. Notification. Oh, yeah. You know, the person that thought they were going to start something on Monday ended up getting pulled off because the FCC found out who it was. That's what happens when you track down people. All right. Anyway, Fred, good morning to you and good evening from Japan. How you doing, brother? Our brother from another mother will mess with us, but also take up for us, Richard Spencer Jr. What's up, brother? Anybody got some good picks for these preseason games this week starting tonight? I don't really have any yet. Do you have them, Richard? I figure you might. So there you go. So there you go. There you go. We appreciate everybody being with us. So, Richard, you tell us in the feed, man. You probably know some stuff too, and everything. So, who do you think as preseason begins? I guess we don't really count the the Texans and the Bears a couple weeks ago. No, we don't. We don't, because it's man. I can't believe football is starting already, man. I mean, in America, CFL's been going on for a while. Can't believe it's already started. We'll give you a couple of noteworthy notes there too. 12 says it's nuts that it's starting. That's what I'm gonna say. What you're saying. I got rid of that guy, cheeky guy. He's gone. He's not funny. Grown men acting like children. Got to go. Don't have time to deal with stupidity. Inbreeding. You tell them they're wrong. Don't talk about me and my family. I can talk about everybody else. Then they get pulled off and the FCC takes everything out. Oh, thank you, FCC, for being with Ryan and the real radio people. Had a sick racist, Fred said, a sick racist what? Out of a racist slur at me in front of my children at my sports gym today. Really? So, really? Well, they think they can do whatever they want. They're idiots. But we take care of them here in the penitentiary. Richard says, and of course, Daniel said, who's ready for preseason football? Richard says, I will pick Patriots to win versus Carolina and Lions to beat the Giants. That's good picks, Richard. That is good picks, brother. That is not. No, that's all right, brother. Daniel, ain't no problem. That's good picks, brother. I like those. Well, Fred, we get hate everywhere we go if we're different in a lot of different places. And it's thanks to our friends in the mainstream media, the Newsmax and the CNN and the Foxes and everything. That's why people in the world do that. What's up, Share Bear? Me too. 79. Good morning. Cowboys say Toby's going to pick the Cowboys no matter what. They're called America's team. He's going to pick them no matter what. So there you go. He's going to pick them no matter what. Martin says in the pen, they get a rock in the sock. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. You're very welcome, Fred. Just got to remember, man. Got to remember. It's how the world is. It's easy to manipulate people through the sources of clickbait media and much more to make them think that everybody hates everybody when that's really not true. I don't see any hate in here. We see trolls come in, we run them out. We don't see any really hate in here. Laugh out loud. That's right. Jerry Jones. We'll talk about that at Jay in just a few moments. Agent 35. So I'm going to pick the Atlanta Falcons. Thank you. I love the Falcons too. Of course, they're in my own backyard. Yes, Atlanta should win. We got Kirk Cousins. Hopefully we will win. Jay says Jerry Jones looks more and more like the Crypt Keeper every year. Jada made me laugh. Sorry, listeners out there. Good morning, Sweet Leave. Tim, Bob, Sue, and Rodney K on the Navajo Nation. How you doing this morning, guys? Alice, Michael, David, Helen, and Vicky in Canada. Diana in South Wales, Robert in Australia, and Kiko in Japan. Konnichiwa there as well. Miami Dolphins, how are they doing? They're going to be doing all right this season, I think. I mean, they got the Alabama quarterback back. So, you know, Tua Tunga's coming back. That kid did well back in Alabama, and he's doing pretty well right now. I think the Dolphins will do good this season. We got a lot of great opportunities. And, of course, the regulars, Daniel's team. The regulars, the one that we all have to look out for, Daniel's team. You guys don't know who Daniel's team is? You can kind of see sometimes. His team is the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs. I like sometimes call them the Kansas City Swifties. I'm picking. Oh, Lord. But the Kansas City Chiefs, we got to look out for this year, and the Philadelphia Eagles. I say the 49ers are going to be on top of it, but will they drop the ball? You get it, drop the ball. You get drop the ball. So drop the ball. Drop the ball. You get it, the 49ers. Stupid joke. Oh, wow. There you go. Toby said, we got Zeke back. Yep. He had to change my mind, Pat, after Ryan scolded him. Oh, okay. Yeah, go change it. There you go. Toby, I hope the Cowboys have a good season this year. I do too, guys. I actually do. They are America's team. But, I want that rival game with why is this starting? And it's not supposed to. I stopped it. Why is it starting? Okay, I don't know what happened there. 24 minutes past the hour, 74 degrees here in the Atlanta market. High near 90-day, low near the 70s. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, good things at all. Michael and the crew can exterminate and lay the smack down for you. Jay says, I hope Aaron Rodgers can last a whole half of football this season. You're right, Jay. You're right on that one. Oh. Little Z says they probably troll because they have no family, friends, girlfriends, ex-wife, partners, people who likes them. Let's talk about the trolls. C12 says, my man dropped the ball last Super Bowl. Ouch. I know, right? I think the 49ers are going to do good. I think the 49ers are going to do good, guys. I do. I think they're going to do well this year. I'm hoping for the best for our Atlanta Falcons. My Atlanta Falcons, not ours, because everybody listening is not Atlanta Falcons fans. But for my Atlanta Falcons, the majority of the radio station area that I'm in on radio 99.1, they're Atlanta fans. Got to have something. The Braves are going down pretty fast. Not like the White Sox, though. They finally won a game after, 22 games the other night? Seahawks are dogs. Woo! I'm ready for some hockey, though. FPHL hockey, that is. We got the new Athens Rock Lobsters joining. The FPHL's expanded. The Columbus River Dragons are going to be back. Going to be more Southern games. Our friends up in Michigan with the Rockers as well. That's our good friend, the one, the only Rockers up there in Michigan. That's right. So there you go. We got a lot of great people. I'm ready for that. Braves are my favorite baseball team, says Toby. Really? I wonder, Bruce, you're still there, brother. He hadn't jumped in on the sports yet. He's a big Tennessee Vols fan. He's ready for college. A lot of our Southern people are like, college football time, baby. High school football, college first, high school next, and then finally NFL. But you can bet on two of those. Two of those you can legally bet on bet.com, betregal.com. But one of those you got to sit in the back room and bet. Oh, somebody else from New Zealand, Sarah Bear. I want to say hello to you. We got somebody else from New Zealand. Mary Ann is joining us. Much appreciated seeing your live chat and first time here. She's a first time. Much salute to you, brother, from New Zealand. Thank you, Mary Ann. Thank you for being with us, Mary Ann, from Kiwi land. That's right, another Kiwi. There you go. That's what Sarah from New Zealand has said. So there you go. So now there you go. 27 minutes past the hour. We're going to dive into some true crime. I'm going to do this True Crime Thursday. Our guest in the final period is Elizabeth Sorrels, ladies and gentlemen. She's the author of The Birthday Bash, a book about her brother's unsolved homicide. She will be talking about another unsolved homicide in small town USA. We're going to dive deeper into that. Plus, we're going to talk about a Pennsylvania man who stabbed his mom, a Florida woman who went after her ex-boyfriend's current girlfriend and put her in the hospital. Wow. It's not funny because the girl's still there, but it's funny how it's Florida woman. And we're going to talk about the scumbag Vince McMahon. I know some people are like, well, Vincent. Yeah. We're going to talk about Vince McMahon. And I can hardly watch any old documentary that features him without getting disgusted by my stomach. We'll get into all that this morning. Mary Ann says, hello, everyone. And hey, Sarah. Sarah Bear says, hello back. Both of them from the same area on different feeds this morning. Which of these child murderers might be the most terrifying people to ever walk this planet? John Wayne Gacy, the 86% of the vote, the killer clown up there in the 1970s. They're doing a double documentary with Dean Corll, who's the Candy Man who killed 28 boys. Robert Blake, who is a Scotland killer. I call him a Scotland killer. He doesn't have a nickname. He murdered at least 4 girls. He died in prison, and he did it in the UK. And Norman Simmons, of course, they did more disgusting things than just killing, but I don't want to say all that because it hits me hard when somebody does that. And the Station Strangler down in South Africa, 5th grade teacher, 1980 to 1994, killing 28 boys. He's currently in prison there. Which of those? You got 5% for Robert, 5% for Dean, 5% for Norman, and the clown himself is at 82%. Oh, Dean's got 9%. Dean and John, they're going to be a double documentary on both of them because they were close to one another in the Illinois area. That's what it was. And not too far from the same era in the 70s. So that's what it's about. All right. We're saying we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll give you some updated news that you can read for yourself, and then we'll get into it.
and lay the smackdown for you. Mostly sunny today with a high near 94. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few clouds from time to time this evening. Generally,
Who did what?
low near 73. Northwest winds 5
Oh,
to 10
wow.
miles per hour. A mixture of sunny clouds for your Friday. High near 93. Northwest winds.
August 5th. What's August 5th? Did I miss something?
Generally clear skies by the evening and overnight on Friday. Low near 70. Winds light and variable. Sunday and Saturday.
Okay. Is that Utah executed last night for the first time in 20 years? Okay.
Saturday night, low near 67. Clear skies, light and variable winds. Sunny on Sunday, high near 93. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear on Sunday night, low near 66. That's your active weather forecast. Active Pest Control offers the best services and prices to protect your home, offering both monthly and quarterly pest control services, plus specific services like bed bug, turning roach, and flea control. Even if you can't see them, insects are all around you 24/7. Active Pest Control wants to be the first line of defense. Active Pest Control. Prepare.
Oh, he met Jesus this morning. Hopefully he did meet Jesus. Whoever that was. Hopefully they did. They didn't go to the other place, Toby. August 5th was your birthday. That was a few days ago. Well, happy 25th birthday, Daniel. We stay 25 forever. Guy was a murderer, Toby. Oh, okay. There you go. CDP put another one in there. He would vote. Yeah, there's just so many of them that I couldn't get them all in here, but the ones I got in here mostly had nicknames. So that's why I kind of went with that thing. I just made Robert Blake's nickname up, or Robert Black, not Blake, Robert Black's nickname up. Scottish killer, because he was from Scotland and he was killing in England. So. You're welcome, Daniel. We always got to stay 25, brother, at least in our minds. I was telling somebody that yesterday. We were talking about that. I was telling a former client. I was talking to him yesterday. Walked up the street, talked to him in his business, and we were talking about the music. He was talking about he loved the 80s music the most and everything, and talking about different things. We're talking about exercising, and I got into it. I said, well, got to stay in shape. Most of us older people, we still think we're in our 20s. So he said, yep, you're right. Martin, that's 25 is not that far back for you. We're still going to all right, I'm going to give you 35, Martin, on your next birthday, buddy. All right, well, come back. Wow, it's that quick. It's far from me, too, laugh out loud. Far from me, laugh. Ooh, what is that? It's that time again. Saved by the Bell again. Welcome back in. Almost a century old, laugh out loud, says Martin. Well, happy birthday, late birthday. Going out to Daniel of Missouri, having his birthday a few days ago. Told me he just turned 25 again. All right, welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Let me give you a couple of newsworthy notes this morning. Let's see. Let me give a few little new. One Life Man is on with us. Thank him for joining us, as well as CDP and much, much more. We want to thank all you guys. We're going to go into our poll question in a moment. We thank you guys for being with us. Which of these child murderers might be the most terrifying people to ever walk this planet? 77% so far are saying John Wayne Gacy. He was the killer clown up there in the Chicago, Illinois area. Dean Carell, who was not too far from that. in the same era, getting 12%. He was known as the Candy Man. 28 boys he killed. Robert Black, 8% of the votes. He was I call him the Scottish killer. He didn't have a nickname, but he killed in England, in the UK. And Norman Sims was a 5th grade teacher down in South Africa, known as the Station Strangler, who strangled 22 boys from 1980s to the 1994. He's still in prison. Yes, I can remember your birthday and say happy birthday to you, little Z, on August 24th. You're gonna get that. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. CDP, don't forget to hit all the likes. It's free. That's right. That's right. Unlike the other places, like, hey, you hit my like, you got to give me $1 million. We're a radio show, so on here doing it. All right, let's jump into it. A couple of newsworthy notes that I just want to drop in before we head into true crime. Tensions rise in the Middle East, anticipations of Iran attacking Israel. The current administration stated that they are as close as they've ever been to securing a ceasefire than more than the 300-day war between the Hamas and Israel. So we're hoping that happened. It started back in October, and the first details came out in late May. So we're hoping that that's going to happen. Hundreds of Jewish and pro-Israel college students gathered in Washington, D.C. this week for a leadership summit to prepare for the upcoming school year after universities nationwide forced non-pointed protesters out as they were having protests against Israel and, of course, Jewish community, insisting on the anti-Semitic stuff that's been going on in a lot of these colleges. I can't believe that. I don't know why they just don't understand that. I don't know. I won't get into it. Most Israelites support the hostage deal to end Gaza's war. They want it to stop. Most regular folks over there want it to stop. So there you go. We're the only way from. Oh, okay. Let's see here. I got to respond to this. Bruce, well, good morning to you. Jay's back with us. Thank you. Everybody. Somebody's having a birthday. Enjoy that, young son. When is your birthday, Jay? We're asking him about that. Pete, good morning to you. Navo Nation says good morning to us and everybody. All right. We're only a few away from entering the theater in Ukraine and Israel. Here comes the draft kids up to 60. I hope not. I hope they get this shut down. But I'm not going to disagree with you guys on your point. What? Wait, huh? Yeah, I know. It's very, very unique to have a show host do that, right? Say, listen to you and then go back and say, let's look into this and look at that side and you look at that. I'm for world peace, says Bruce. Me too, my brother. I stopped counting at age 10 when my mom passed away, says Lizzie. Oh. Hey, Pete, how you doing? He's House of Sweatshop, they say. All right, so there you go. Most Israelites support that shutdown. Israel police raided a foreign minister's home and uncovered some fraud and on the passports and diplomatic stuff. The raid was carried out by the crime unit, and they went after, of course, a guy named Cohen, the former foreign minister, and he was getting all this stuff before the new foreign minister went in. Wow. Good morning, Curtis. How you doing this morning, my brother? Hope you're doing fantastic. Poopy Pie, good morning to you. What, Curtis? Good morning, my friend. You got some cooler weather where you're at. Cool. Hey, Poopy Pie, good morning to you, my friend. Good morning, everybody. Everybody's in. There you go. So that's just some of the things that's going. Yeah, we all bleed red. You're right, Bruce, from Tennessee. There's a few things. Other news sources: after Japan snubs Israel for U.S. and others for a plan to skip an event that they were going to support Israel with, They're no longer going to be there. There's some kind of a big organization event. They always have parties, even in the midst of wars everywhere, even when things are going on. Putin calls Ukraine's reign a large-scale unproductive. I don't know what that means. Is what he said. Magnitude 5.2 earthquake strikes Southern California after the big one struck. We told you that yesterday. And then there was like 31 aftershocks all the way up to midnight. 6,000 police have been sent out to Britain to brace for the wave of riots targeting immigration lawyers. Why are they attacking immigration lawyers? These are news stories you guys can read for yourself on our WQEE Facebook page. We're not going to tell you everything because that's just not what we do. We know our listeners and the inmates, because you guys are inmates, because it's the RyanORadio Penitentiary, can read for yourself. They can distinguish things. Unlike Tucker Carlson's audience and Anderson Cooper's audience, my audience can actually read for themselves and think for themselves. 12 is laugh out loud 12. I don't know who you're laughing out loud at. I don't know what's going on. I'm lost. I'm in the UK, was also at a peaceful protest in Manchester on Sunday that the police made violent. Really, CDP? Well, tell us about that in the feed so we can talk about it. Stay put. It is True Crime Thursday. Stay tuned. Come up in the final period, we're going to have Elizabeth Sorrels join us. She's the author of The Birthday Bash. She and I are going to talk about an unsolved homicide in small town USA. But coming up next, we'll close out this hour and get ready for some more true crime news. And I really got to dive into Vince McMahon's crazy self. Back in a moment. Hello? Can I help you? Yeah, can I help you? Downstairs. Hello? Good. Can I help you? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. He's got to go downstairs. Go out of the building, go downstairs, and go around to the front of the building. That is going to be sitting right there. They got a big office now. They moved out of yeah. Yeah, sure. I can. Hold on a second.
Tuesday at 11 a.m. Tune in so your life can be radically changed forever because God's love and care.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to the former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to go help someone find a place downstairs. I apologize. Yeah, a gentleman was lost. He was looking for a place that offers jobs. We got a job one of those job places downstairs. I forgot what they call them. So, yeah, somebody wants a job, we'll help them out. What's the meaning of the white horse with wings? Oh, somebody can explain that. We need Randy and people there to explain that. Woo! Hey, I'll help. I'll tell you where to go. Hey, is that hey, Lannis Production? What's up? Thank you. Best show on the radio. Thank you, brother. Oh, what the heck? Thank you. I appreciate it, little Z. I'm going to send him straight to you, Pete. Straight to you, Pete. I want to thank everybody for being with us. This is the cool thing about us here at the radio station. And people, you're going to have live stuff happen during the break. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody giving the compliments to the radio show. Thank you very much. Cher Bear, I don't know what she's laughing at. She must be laughing at me. I don't know. Did I make somebody laugh? I don't know. Thank you guys. Saying great show as always. Thank you for it. I appreciate it. Pete says, don't send them to him. They're not hiring. I send him straight to you. I'm sending them straight to you. You're going to have to hire somebody. You need help, man. You're the only one working there. This man came in here looking for a job. Send him downstairs where they're hiring. Yeah. Come on. We're going to send him everywhere. Great to be here. Love the comments in this show. Everybody's fun. There you go. Like, subscribe, and share on the YouTube page. And if you want to help a brother out, $RyanShelander is easy. RyanShelander. That helps it right to my Cash App. Or you can send something to to my PayPal at paypal.me/Ryan, RyanShelander. So there you go. All right, we're getting ready to close out this hour. It is a true crime, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, $Ryan. Thank you, CDP, for putting it on there, brother. I appreciate you and everything. Thank you very much, my friend. I just pinned it. Thank you. Let's see. Jay says, but in wrestling, the four horsemen meant money, limos, and women. Woo! You guys would have had fun at church the other day, at my church. My pastor had it during SummerSlam weekend, the day after SummerSlam. My pastor had to utilize wrestling in his sermon that connected to how people would do things and everything. He connected the wrestling with the sermon, and he was like, he started naming off wrestlers, and then he says, he's talking about how back in the day, me and my older brother, my younger brother used to get in, we wrestled in our trampoline, and we pretended to be Dusty Rhodes and all these things. He says, Ric Flair. I said, woo, in church. Yeah, I got the attention on me in church. Woo! So that was pretty cool. See, I tell you what, the church I go to is cool, guys. Our pastor knows how to utilize things that are on in real life to put it in there and give help out there. Money, money, money. Yes, indeed. That's what wrestling was about. You guys know what I'm going to be stockpiling. Oh, I know what you're going to be stockpiling. Food. I want a what? Sewing machine when the power grid goes. Oh, okay. Young Money, that's right. All right, let's see. We're going to be doing some true crime here. We're going to be talking about one of the big crime and wrestling put together. CVP says, my church is boring. Well, you got to have a pastor who knows how to utilize something when he's telling the stories in the Bible. I already know it. My brother, my 35-year-old brother, Martin, stockpiling. I already know what he's doing. All right, let's see. We got all this news you can use out of the way. Social media giants platform. This is going to start a true crime stories going into the next period. CEO, owner, Elon Musk, who's the only man that can afford two sets of families plus girlfriends, mistresses, and everything because he's a billionaire. And some of you guys out there are pulling that and everything. Pete, did you hear about the tax in the area they're going up? It's going to be kind of a protest on Friday, I believe, here in our area. So Elon Musk, it says everyone should boycott everyone should boycott who's boycotting him. He's got a lawsuit against a group of companies with the allegations that they're boycotting him and advertising. Well, of course he's being boycotted. He's turned X into triple X, man. He won't let Randy Rocket Cody on there. And you guys heard him yesterday and his knowledge of different things. And he was telling me that a wrestler here in the Atlanta area sent him over some conspiracy theories for him to look over. And he told you that our friends in the Navajo Nation were contacting him. Well, a lot of them did. So, you know, and they took him off of, you know, when you get taken off of X and you gotta be doing something right. You know, because most stuff on there is triple X. So I don't really feel bad for him losing advertisers. He shouldn't say, all right, I'm gonna let all these hateful people on here. You know, the worst part is it's not about all these ignorant people's freedom of speech. It's about putting something similar to OnlyFans on there. Now, that's the only thing I can use for people to understand so that I don't want to get too far into that. So, Nintendo 64, you guys talking about Nintendo here. Oh, wow. We're getting into that this morning. Share Bear's like, I want to play Nintendo 64. I don't know if that's what she said. I just saw that out of the blue side of my eyes, guys. All right, so there you go. He said, don't boycott me. Don't take money out of my pocket. Who cares? Who cares? You won't let other people have free speech, but it's all about you. His whole thing was free speech, but the censors and the kicks people off, he censors and kicks people off makes no sense. Yeah. That's right. It makes no sense. Well, he's losing advertiser. I mean, the biggest thing is when you turn X into triple X and then you won't let nobody get on there just to talk, right? And then people have different opinions and let them have their discussions, which they don't really get as outrageous as they try to pretend. That's fine. People can have different opinions and everything, but my biggest thing is he's mad because people don't want to advertise him because he's putting, you know, OnlyFans stuff on there. Duh! I wouldn't be a CEO of Coca-Cola and say, yeah, I want to be on there. Now I want to be on there with the people that are hateful, but I want to be on there with that. Sure. Makes a lot of sense, Elon. Anyway, toothbrush, I meant WWF before it became WWE. Don't worry. Oh, you're talking about back in the day. Oh, now it's hassle to get screenshots from my Switch. Thanks, Elon. I know he's after everybody. Toby says that The Simpsons predicted Kamala Harris gets president. Oh, I don't want to listen to The Simpsons too much. Everybody's always saying that they're predicting everything. I want to stay away from that. But you can. I don't care, Toby. I don't want to say that because it might make some people uncomfortable. I'm not going to get into that discussion. It's a fun discussion, but I'm not going to get into it. Oh, Lord. I just like to come down on Elon since he started letting X come to triple X. And then he won't let my friend Randy Rocket Cody on there. Come on. Randy, what? Come on. So that's why I don't like him, dude. Sorry. I hope nobody don't like me for not liking him. Little Z, no, I was just confused. Okay. Nope. Keep your OnlyFans not interested. There you go, Bruce. Thank you. Anyone else paying dues? Not like you on cardio time. No, Poopy Pie. We're actually probably eating if I had a biscuit in front of me or a donut, that's what I'd be doing. We're not as health conscious as you are. Actually, they were I was talking to one of my listeners, and then one of my clients yesterday. He said, "You're always walking and everything." I said, "I got to keep in shape." Oh, wow. You got a big day today, Martin. So that's the best way I can keep in shape. I'm hearing somebody in the background out there. Bojangles, there you go. We got a Bojangles here, Bruce. Bojangles chicken biscuits. Oh, I like a chicken biscuit. I want a chicken biscuit. I'm hungry. Somebody bring me a chicken biscuit. All right. Should have brought up the Bojangles. Now I want one. That's on the other side of town there here. Way away from me there, Bruce. All your fault, buddy. All right, we got more true crime coming up for you. So our true crime question is, which of these child murderers may be the most terrifying people that ever walked this planet? John Wayne Gacy, the clown, takes 76% of the votes. The Candyman, Dean Carell, comes in at 11% of the votes. The Scottish Killer, and then Robert Black is 11% of the votes. And Norman Simmons, the fifth grade teacher who's being known as the Station Strangler, getting 3% of votes from South Africa. All right. There. Good morning, Bali. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Everybody says, laugh out loud. I just don't want diabetes. Oh, you don't. Yeah, that's why you exercise. I hear you. Bali says, men can participate in women's sports, but in a final just one day before what match? She canceled for 100 GM extra, but the final match is played. Ooh, the final match has been played. It has been played. Duke. Ooh, what a cool name. Duke Space Ranger. Welcome in Duke Space Ranger as a new inmate in the RyanORadio Penitentiary. If you want a good true crime story, check out David Bain or the Bain Family Murders. I will do that, Duke. Thank you for the suggestion, my brother. I appreciate you. Little Z says she's exhausted, praying for everyone. Oh, she's going to go to sleep. Bali says, India won the cricket. CP says, Bali, I owe you a handshake. India did win the cricket. Good job, bro. Uh-oh. Some of the worst Olympics in history. Well, I don't know. They've all not been anything I've watched too much. So I don't want to be like one of those actors that come out there and just wear a hat that says, I support the Olympics. I never really watched them all that much. Jay says, you think Norman chose his victims based on test scores and homework turned in? Yeah, probably so. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, Bali says, I like the badminton, tennis, and football. That's AKA soccer, by the way. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. Good morning, John. What's up, brother? We're back in a moment. My VP's on with us. Ukraine won a gold in fencing. Okay. Well, we still got more in the U.S. We got basketball still to come. Yep. The soccer. I always have to make sure people know. Even though we mostly all know, but still. Romania also threatened to withdraw team. Go ahead. They can go. I don't know. I don't care. Someone is playing with things better left alone. You got that right, John. I agree with you 100% on that. Bruce said he didn't watch any of that after the opening, and I can understand that too. Our soccer teams are killing it. Woohoo, yeah. Well, we're doing pretty good in basketball in the U.S. too. So, I mean, I would expect us to do well in the basketball. Skateboarding. I just saw that Tony Hawk was there for the skateboarding competition. I mean, he wasn't in the competition, but he was there as a special guest, like Snoop Dogg. He grew up in Compton watching it. So that's why he went to it this year. Olympics sucking for those. Yeah. Well, people have different things. I hadn't really paid that close attention to it. I think it's about to come to an end anyway. Oh, I saw that where they did the white horse crap. John. And we talked about the Last Supper reenactment with the when it happened with the Roman theology, and then they added Joan of Arc and the woman and the woman with her head chopped off. Can't remember. I said it that day, but they disrespected everything. But the worst part was that. But that's all right. Oh, it's like I said that morning. I'm like, I'm not the one that mocked God, so they did. Anyway, Tony Hawk is a legend. Yes, he is, brother. He's a legend. I love him. Oh, no. You saying, I can't say about it. Share Bear says, romantic. Jay says, I'm more into Flavor Flav, paying athletes rent and supporting the U.S. women's polo team. Way to go. I'm glad he did that. That's good. Yeah, CDP, I think a lot of people are. But they mocked him, not us. God doesn't be mocked. Thank you, John. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said, brother. That day. But anyway, Bolly, I still appreciate you getting us updated on some of the other stuff that was going on there, because I know people are I don't want to disrespect the athletes because the organizers were uneducated. Yeah, boo! What happened to Paul Revere for doing the exact same thing as Joan of Arc? I know. Well, he was a guy, so. Guys get away with things more than women back in the day. Amber said, it saddens me how openly they mock. Yep, Amber, the Christian faith makes me ill, and we have to turn the other cheek and let it go. Well, that's because I know what you mean, but it's like John said, and like I said, they mocked him, and God won't be mocked, and you know as well as I know he won't be. I wouldn't want to be on the bad side of God. Martin says, I quit watching sports 40 years ago. back when ABC had the worldwide of sports was on. Marie Antoinette. Thank you, Barry. I couldn't remember this morning when I was talking about it a couple weeks ago. That's right, Barry. Marie Antoinette. That's it. Yep, Bolly always gets some updates. Good morning, Captain Hot Buns. I love saying it. It's going to be good in LA. It's America. We'll be all right. Everything's changing. Uh-oh. Hurt my feelings saying Rodney's better than Tony. No, I'm just kidding. What you think about that, Captain Hot Buns? He's a former skateboarder. That's right, D. Win more gold medals and showing what we stand for. America, baby. Amen, John. Amen. Yep, we're at the top. America, baby. Baby. Troy, is it? Really? Well, tell your dad we said, hey, we like his movies. You're good. We like his movies. Hopefully you and your dad get along, because sometimes Hollywood actors and the kids don't get along at all. Troy. I knew Bruce was going to come in and say, hey, we're going to talk about Tennessee. I told you in the South, football, college football. Sorry.
The views and opinions of this show and program, views and opinions of this station, its management, are its clientele.
Oh, Martin, he's your cousin. Well, do you get along with him? What about Albert Fish? You're the second one to say that name, James. Well, I was trying to go with these people with nicknames in this thing is why I kind of picked them, but I saw his name there. Wow. Oh, my goodness, John. Uh-oh, John and Bruce are going to get into it on the Tennessee fans. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. You're in lockdown on this True Crime Thursday. Elizabeth Sorrels joins us in the final period. We're going to say hello to all our wonderful new listeners that's just joining us right now. And we'll get into that. 78,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast, Shout It Out Loud, the RyanORadio media page, Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nations. We're also, ladies and gentlemen, across the British Columbia Isles of Canada and 99.1 FM, real radio for real people. So we're under FCC law there too. We're also on the we're also on the YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere else. Good morning going out to Barry joining us this morning. Thank you for reminding me about Marie Antoinette. We were talking about the incident that happened as Bolly's giving us updates from the Olympics. So we're trying to go for the Olympics for our athletes. We support them because what happened in the opening. What's the closing ceremony going to be? I wonder what they're going to do with the closing ceremony. They better not do anything that's really going to get them in trouble. James said, what about Albert Fish? That's responding to my poll question this morning. Good morning, James, as well as Troy. Good morning to Troy, who joins us this morning. He says Gary Busey is his dad. Hope you guys get along. D is in the house as well. CDP is in the house. John is joining us as well. And 12 has been with us for a while. There you go. And, Tennessee. Toby's still with us as well. Martin's still with us. Bruce still with us. So many other people still with us this morning. Share Bear as well. Thank you for sharing. Like, subscribe, and share. What is our poll question this morning? We want you guys to answer this one. And I know we keep getting the same names over and over and over with Albert Fish, but I was going with more of people with nicknames in this situation. T. Adams. No, I don't think he will be. T. Adams, not at all. Gary Busey has brain damage from no helmet motorcycle wreck. That's exactly right, Martin. Which of these child murderers might be the most terrifying people that ever walked the planet? the killer clown himself, John Wayne Gacy, in the 1970s. Also, Candyman, that's what he was known as, 77% there for John Wayne Gacy. The Candyman is Dean Carell, 9%. There's going to be a new documentary coming out in a couple of months with the two of them combined because they were around the same era, same time. He killed 28 boys, did the Candyman. Robert Black, who is the Scottish killer, who killed 4 girls did some other things in London, died in prison. And Norman Sims, who's the station strangler, 5th grade teacher in South Africa, 22 boys from 1980 to 1994, still in prison. One of my listeners brought up the idea was, well, do you think it was someone, he picked the kids that wasn't doing their homework and were failing their test? That might be closer than we think, right? Oh, Lord. John Wayne Gacy scares you. He would have never survived going into the north part of Tennessee, Bruce. You know that. He'd be in there going, I'm dressed like a clown. All the good old boys will say, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Why is he dressed like a clown? That's why he had to do it in Chicago. You know that a few years back when the killer clown, when the people started dressing up like clowns, terrifying people, it didn't happen in the South, right? Somebody run up with their clown outfit on. Somebody like, shh, welcome to the South, boy. Take that clown mask off. It happened everywhere else, but it didn't happen in the South. And that wouldn't happen either. So there you go. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Bruce said, truth. He's right. You're right. He wouldn't have came here where I'm at. CDP said, laugh out loud, a clown would get popped in the South for sure. Yes. I mean, if you want to dress up for a kid's party, that's fine. But trying to be a killer clown and chasing people into the woods, I remember back in 2016, 2017, like that, I think it was something like that. 2000, there was these clowns go around trying to scare people. I'm like, they're going to get shot in the South. I was saying, they're going to get shot in the South. You don't run up to some good old boy in the woods making moonshine going, I'm a killer clown. They'll be like, so what? Bam! All right, Leroy, finish making the moonshine. We got a lot of loads to get out. Oh, wow. Especially with kids involved. I mean, it just, you're right, D, you're right. What's up, Martin Deloach? How you doing this morning? I would hate to be in the trying to defend them. And trying to defend them, yep. Or the attorney. I would hate to be the attorney trying to defend them. I know, right, brother? 13 minutes past the hour, 74 degrees. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, who eat things at all. Mike on the crew can exterminate and lay the smack down for you. Yeah, I remember those. That's every time I think about the killer clowns from outer space, and I think about John Wayne Gacy, and I think about the little activities they tried. That's why it didn't last that long. That's why the scary killer clowns or whatever was going on a few years ago didn't last that long, because it's like I knew what would happen in the South. I kept warning on the radio. I'm like, hey, you know what's going to happen, guys? Don't come to the South with that stuff. Jay says, that's right, we're all pagans, says Bruce. Jay says, I remember using the excuse of buying it for my dad's birthday, but I bought a John Wayne Gacy painting. Ooh, he had paintings too. I heard about that. Yeah, Martin and Martin. There you go. Hey, Martin and Martin. You called out the other day. You called it out. What was going on? You know what I mean? In the stock market. All right, there's a couple of things I need to let you know. Lionel Messi's house on a Spanish island was vandalized by climate control activists. The incident occurred Tuesday on the island. It ran on the side of the house, help the planet, eat the rich, abolish the police. Yeah, abolish police. Yeah, that's a good idea. You don't want to do, I don't think they want to do that. Then you're going to have to deal with all the rednecks, and they're not going to be like, freeze, you're going to jail. All right. This is according to their Spanish leadership, their minister. He said that there was no place for it in their state. Well, coming up next, Miami will take on Toronto tonight in the Cup round, 7:30 p.m. in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Messi will be there. Paris Olympic streaming, and it's recorded 17 billion minutes of minute views. Wow, 17 billion minute views. The White Sox, guys, for you sports fans out there, their record losing streak went to only 21. They only went 21 losses as they beat the A's 5-1 in Oakland. That's why the A's are moving to Las Vegas. So there you go, a couple of sports news for you. Nothing major we got going on. I got some entertainment news I want to talk about and some other stuff in the world of true crime. But killer clowns, I love them. Not. Laugh out loud, Bali, they're just becoming scammers. Yep, they are. Send all them climate activists to Bangladesh. Let's do it then, Bali. Look, nobody cares. Here's the thing. Everybody is like, hey, you could be a protester. Because in America, we don't mind all that, but we need the violence comes. It's like, come, start tearing people's houses up. But that happened in Spain or Spanish islands. Anyway. Toby is just going to sit back, light up, and watch all the fights with a smile. Dude, that's what you're going to do. Why do you want to abolish the police, man? Come on. They're the ones that keep everybody safe. They're the ones that keep you from getting hurt. When you're running your mouth to somebody you shouldn't be running your mouth to. Oh, I want to talk about this right quick. We got a couple of incidents that happened here that's kind of true crime. We had a young man that was murdered near a Dollar General right up the road from where we're at here in Noonan. And I think another person was attacked, and they were attacked by a crazy homeless type guy. But, you know, I was telling somebody yesterday when we were talking about it, I was like, this guy didn't attack a big old fella, did he? He attacked a little young guy. You know, this crazy guy wasn't brave enough to jump on one of the big fellas that walk in there. So, yeah. Man. Sad news. We're praying for this young man. In Jesus' name, we pray over his life and pray over his family. And even though he's passed away, we pray that his family gets the healing they need. Amen. So, yeah, man, that was kind of a sad affair. Hello from Dallas. What's up, Dallas, in his house? How you doing? Isaac, how you doing? There you go. Filming people everywhere. Yep. It happened here in Noonan, what I just told Bali. Good, Isaac. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Matt, what's up, brother? Good morning. How are you? Welcome back. I'm doing good, Isaac. I appreciate you joining us for the first time. Like, share, and subscribe on the page. It's True Crime Thursday. We just want to get a couple of news stories in there before we dive back in it, little sports and everything. Go to our poll question and light it up, guys. Light that poll question up this morning. All those kid killers or child murderers have nicknames is why they're in there this morning. There's many, many more out there. They just didn't have nicknames. And there's women that did terrible. We even talked about it on the show before with Courtney Lizo from the Book of the Dead podcast brought a couple of these people up in the past. So has our friends at the Three Spook Girls, who was on the show before. We want to thank Randy Rocket Cody for yesterday, and I want to thank the Navajo Nation, Sweetleaf. You guys, thank you for having us. Bob, I want to thank you for having us on all of your stations out there, brother. And thank you guys for what you did. And I'm glad that you guys were able to respond to Randy, and you guys were having a great discussion. I loved it and everything. And even though you disagreed, it was awesome. Thank you, guys. There are no public records, people, are they? Ooh. Matt, good to see you. Okay, there you go. Bruce, okay, welcome to the show. I just want to see if anybody was saying anything. Pete says hello to everybody. So I want to thank you guys for, Bob says, you're welcome. We thank you for your show. Thank you. I appreciate that. Update, Ryan, update from Bali. China ditched Russia. Whoo, really? There you go. 1984. I think a lot of people are feeling like it's getting more and more like that too in that show. There you go. Isaac said, always put the kids first. Watch your kids and protect them. It's a mad world out there. Amen, brother. Amen. That's what we definitely do here. That's why we kind of try to keep all the cursing down. Because we have kids that come on here. We try. But as adults, we make mistakes sometimes, but we try our best. All of us do. All right. Anyway. Oh, wow. Are you going to a pharmacy today? Wow. CDP. No, China didn't ditch Russia. They publicly withdrawal arms aids, but they are still supplying them. Oh, really? Wow. Oh, man. We're hoping to get this ceasefire underway in Israel and Iran before Iran decides they want to jump, or Israel and Hamas before Iran decides they're going to jump in on it after things have been going back and forth over there. Oh man, all kind of things going back and forth. Isaac says, when you cuss, it kind of means you care, laugh out loud. Yeah, I know, but I hate doing it, especially with the kids in there. I hate doing it when I have to get on to people that could almost cost me my license and stuff like that. But because we are real radio. So anyway, there you go. One thing I don't do is cuss on this show. That's one thing I tried not to do too, unless somebody almost cost me my license. Then I had to cuss them out. But it was off air. Thank you, Isaac. Oh, I'm not racist against language. I just hate evil language. Shaker Bear. We don't do no racist stuff in here either. No, we don't allow that. Nobody is here. All right. 22 minutes past the hour. Currently 74 degrees, beautiful sunny skies, Atlanta market. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, and surrounding markets. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. High near 90, low near 70 tonight. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control in Noonan. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Couple of newsworthy notes for you. CDB said, Ryan loves everyone but doesn't tolerate fools. Thank you. I don't. P. Davis, Ryan, the other day you had that idiot that called you. Red Bricks was on. He said he was blocked for a chat. Who blocked him? Because I didn't. Tell him I didn't block him. I don't know how he was blocked on here. If you get to talk to him, Pete, tell him I didn't block him. That's right. All right, here we go. Couple of newsworthy notes for you. 6,000 police have been sent out in Britain, bracing for waves of riots targeting immigration lawyers there. Also, ladies and gentlemen, the social media platform X said it's going to file a antitrust lawsuit against a group of companies that have allegedly boycotted them. We talked about that earlier. Representative Cori Bush, she lost her Democratic primary seat on Tuesday in Missouri. That was for you, Daniel. You guys took care of that, didn't you? Bush is the second squad member to lose her primary this year as the Democratic Party has split over their support of Israel. And I think she was not for it, is why she got booted out. Bush, and everybody has their rights, but when you're mostly in a southern community, and yes, Missouri's southern because they're part of the SEC, you're probably not going to get voted back in when you talk that way. So there you go. She was out. So that's just the way it is. And in my community, they're thinking about redoing the whole county commissioners because they upped their prices on their taxes on their land and stuff like that. And that's not making these hardworking men and women out here in my community too happy right now. And they're thinking about having a protest. It's going to be peaceful, of course, because it's, you know, it's Noonan people. They don't act a fool. When they were protesting for George Floyd here, there was no violence. I mean, it's Noonan people. They're you know, they're not going to. It's nothing like that. But they're talking about having it either this weekend sometime. I don't know if you heard about that, Pete, in our area. If so, I'm going to be out there videoing it for you guys on YouTube and putting it on the Facebook and everything. So that's some of the things that's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Britain is on it, and I'm afraid it's coming here. Yep, there you go. We've had our issues in the past. I just don't think America is quite as bad as we make it out to be at times. I just feel like, you know, when I saw all the stuff that's happened back during the protests that they showed the violent people being violent on TV, when we had those protests in our community, none of that happened. So I think the majority of that is around the country. But I don't know why they're doing this riots. And I mean, I know with the immigration here, but I don't think we'll have riots here. I think we're just going to say, hey, go back. Don't come here. Go back. I think that's what most people here would say. Daily verse. Thank you, Randy. 11 gauge, easy to weld, but not hard to cut. Wow. All right, let's see here. Randy says he's dropping in our quote daily Bible verse. Thank you very much, my brother, for bringing that in. Brought to you by Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue in the Metro Atlanta area, Noonan. Transforming lives for Jesus' sake. 4 services on Sunday, 3 in the mornings, 1 in the evening. Daily Bible verse, Matthew 5:9 in the Bible says, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons of God. Amen. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you for allowing us to read that on the air for you. That's right, Bruce. It's not going to happen. You know, I don't think it's going to happen there. Yeah. So there you go. 12. I don't know what that is. There you go. Let's go ahead and take a break. Come back. Some true crime. I got to talk about Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I got to tell you guys, I tried to watch a documentary. Let me go to the break. Oh, I've watched some cool stuff too we're going to talk about. Hopefully we'll get into it this morning. If not, we'll get into it tomorrow morning. We got a guest coming up in the final hour. Her name is Elizabeth Sorrels. She's the author of The Birthday Bash. We're going to talk about an unsolved homicide in small town USA. And this one's dealing with a kid, guys. It's an anniversary, but this case has been reopened and money's been put out there to find the person that killed this victim that we're talking about next hour. Stay tuned for that. After the break, we're going to get into some more true crime stuff for you. I'm going to give you a couple of true crime news stories, and we're going to talk Vincent McMahon and his true crime stuff, all coming up next. All right. Well, good, Matt. I'm proud for you, brother.
Miles per hour. A mixture of sunny clouds for your Friday. High near 93. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Some clouds early going into generally clear skies.
All right, let's see here.
Low near 70. Winds light and variable. Sunday and Saturday, your weekend is extremely beautiful. Sunny skies on Saturday.
Well, the rain storm's passed us, so we're going to have a beautiful weekend here. Thank God.
Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear on Sunday night. Low near 66. That's your active weather forecast.
What? Martin said they're looking for a naked dude that broke into the Exxon Mobil at 1:44 a.m. this morning. That dude sounded like he was on something. I need TP from a bunkhole. Break into Exxon Mobil. I need TP from a mobile. I'm the great Cornholio. Maybe broke in for clothes. Could have. In a pinch, what's up, brother? Morning to you. Oh, Lord. Free farmers tan. That's an ad on me. I can tell you how to get one. Actually go do work. All right, let's see here. See if they got this in here.
We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost.
Oh, that's a cool little news story. Oh, follow Matt. He's going to get to go live. Thank goodness. Finally, Matt. All right, let's see. Let's get a couple of these out of the way and mm-hmm. Welcome back in. Oh, yeah. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. You guys are in lockdown. What's up, Martin D? And In a Pinch is joining us. The Toothless Project. What? Oh, they don't want none. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary, guys. Before we get back into the poll question and our guest, good grief, Snoopy Peanuts gang celebrating 75 years in a corn maze design. See that there's a picture of it. You can check it out on the WQEE key page. Read the full story. Snoopy, Charlie Brown, and the gang will celebrate 75 years this fall as a dozen farmers join to celebrate with the Peanuts themed corn maze for Halloween. More than 75 farms and pumpkin patches in the United States and Canada alone have been selected by the Peanuts Worldwide to grow the corn maze, ranging from sizes 1.5 acres to 220 acres, of millions of children and adults going to see the Great Pumpkin this Halloween. So there you go. That's pretty cool. I had that in there for you guys. For some of my people that are loving farmers and farmers on there. There you go. That's pretty cool. Corn maze. You got to see it from the sky, though. They'll take pictures. That's the way it is. All right, let's do a couple of true crime. It's True Crime Thursday, and it's time for us to dive into some true crime news. In Houston, an actor best known for his role in an Oprah Winfrey Network show called David Makes Man was arrested over the weekend for allegedly shooting and killing a 20-year-old man in his own apartment complex that he shared with the man. Last month, homicide detectives arrested 20-year-old Achille McDowell on account of murder and the death of a man in the apartment complex on July 20th. He appeared in 20 episodes of David Makes Man and 2 episodes of Billions. So, and that, having a life, come on, being an actor and everything and not making much money, you're going to go shoot somebody. Great. I guess he thought it's going to give him another big thing. So there you go. Good morning to Pepper. How you doing, Pepper? Good morning to you. There you go. It's WQEE FM. I know you don't understand that, but you must be like a Anderson Cooper or a Tucker Carlson follower. You're like telling me what to do. All right. Anyway, back to this, man. Can you believe that? Why would anybody do that, guys? Shoot somebody. Think about it, guys. Actor, famous actor. We're going to get into Vincent Kennedy McMahon and his crapping on people. Continues. A 38-year-old man by the name of Brian Rebold from Pennsylvania called the police after he allegedly stabbed his 73-year-old mother, Diana. The victim sustained a number of stab wounds and was pronounced dead at the scene. No word on why he killed his mom. I can tell you, 38-year-old man living with his 73-year-old mom, she wouldn't let him go out for pizza. She punished him. He was playing video games all night. Oh, I got to make fun of these troll. He was a troll on the internet. He was trolling people every morning. She's like, you better stop that. Don't make me stop it, Mama. I'll stab you. So now, really don't know why this guy did it. He's just crazy, first of all. Ladies, do you let your men go and completely let them go? This is for you, Pepper. This is for you, Poopy Pie, Amanda, and everybody else, and all our young ladies on here. Okay, I want you young ladies to comment. All of you that are on with us. About this one. When you get rid of your man, are you done with him? Or are you mad he's got him another girlfriend? One Florida woman, and this was for Poopy Pie, she lives in Florida. She wouldn't do it, but a 22-year-old woman from Florida in Spring Hill area remains in the hospital after her boyfriend's ex-girlfriend allegedly stabbed her. 19-year-old Emily Morals, with no morals, stabbed her ex-boyfriend Jeffrey's girlfriend Sydney on the evening of July 31st. The sheriff's department said there was no additional information on the victim and how the victim is doing. So there you go. I'm done. Forget you exist. There you go, Pepper. That is a Norman Rockwell. It's been sold. Why want to come in and start acting up? We also got a true crime show today for trolls who have no lives. Look, is that you, Brian? Brian, are you the Toothless Project? Brian, did you stab your mom? Is that you, Brian? Amber says, nope, no man is worth my freedom. There you go, sister. So Pepper and Amber has answered it. Poopy Pie is not yet. And then we have a couple other ladies in here too this morning. Want to answer that. So this 19-year-old girl stabs her ex-boyfriend's 22-year-old girlfriend. Oh. Come on, Poopy Pie. I know you're on here. She's thinking, she's like, well, was that somebody I might know from Spring Hill? I'm just kidding. Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness. Who'd ever thunk it, as you would say? Who'd have thunk it? Yeah, these young ladies, you see, these young ladies, I don't know how old Amber is. I'm not going to guess, but, and everything. Is that what is? Is that what people really think? I won the internet. Okay, Amber. Yeah, you could have just said you were older than 20. You didn't have to tell me. I didn't want to know your age. That's not proper for me to ask. She's not 42. I'm not afraid. I got it going on. I ain't worried about it. Oh, Lord. I wasn't meaning it like that. I was just hoping that, because I was going to go pick on the Generation Zers for doing this. And I didn't want you to be a Generation Z or go, wait a minute, I'm 22. Oh, wow. I know that's right, sister. I know that's right. Okay, we're going to get rid of we're going to get rid of Brian, the toothless fairy here, because he has no life and he thinks he's won something. Somebody told him, if you make people mad and you have all these people arguing at you, you win the internet. If you talk about them, they're on your head, you win the internet. Oh, wow. All right, Martin. Amber, when you get old enough and find the right guy, he will take your freedom. Oh! Wow, guys. Wow. Anyway, I guess she was just jealous that her man had moved on to somebody else. And she's like, you ain't going to get him. He's mine. Stab, stab, stab. That's where all these true crime documentaries come from. Stuff like that. We're about 20 minutes away from the top of the hour, 74 degrees. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, gooey things at all. Mike on the crew can exterminate and lay that smack down for you. In a Pinch is on. Good morning to you, In a Pinch. I don't know if I said it, but there you go. All right, thank you, ladies, for participating in that one. Let's go to the next one. This one is kind of a crappy situation since Vincent McMahon has been acknowledged as this. And I'm going to tell you, there's some stuff that might be going down behind the scenes. Judge Jeffrey Meyer, let's say this, Justice Jeffrey has decided that Minor, I'm sorry. I keep saying mayor. I don't know. Has decided that Vince McMahon's motion to enforce the MSD or whatever it is, his stay order in his lawsuit with Janelle Grant after she filed a lawsuit against Dr. Carlton Colker seeking medical records. Of course, this is the doctor that Vince had used for years for his people and all that kind of stuff. And then he sent her to her whenever he needed her to get things. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. But he says, this is what the doctor says, if you don't trust me, we got a bigger problem. The judge responded in his file that he wasn't going to let Vince deny any of this stuff so they could actually incorporate it into the case. So overall, Vince is in trouble. He's a billionaire, but he's still in trouble. I'm so out of the loop. I thought Vince McMahon was dead. Nope, Vince is not dead. He makes people feel like, no, he's killed everybody else off. Chris Benoit died on his watch. Eddie Guerrero died on his watch. I'm not going to get into all the people that died on his watch. Women have been abused on his watch. Wrestlers, referees. There was an original woman referee back in the early 80s when all these people have been, but So Vince is evil. He's still alive. He's still out there doing his evil things. He is a horrible human being. And his NDA that he had that woman sign, they're still gonna. The WWE said, "Hey, we got nothing to do with it." He did that, this, that, and the other. They're distancing themselves from Vince McMahon, and I think this is pissing McMahon off. He thinks he can just do what he wants. He's one of these people, kind of like an Elon Musk, who think they just do what they want because they got all this money. He's mad that he can't get away with doing this, and a lot of his other billionaire friends can. Yeah, I'd be here all day if I named them all. Exactly, CDP. But like I said, there was all kind of things that went on over the years, a lot of people talked about Vince. A former wrestler known as Neal said, hey, man, he talked about him, how terrible he was. Now everybody's like, wait a minute, this Neal's guy? We thought he played back in the 80s. He was a wrestler that pretended to be a prisoner, basically. Come out in an orange jumpsuit. And his name was Nails. And he had a feud with the big boss man who was a Cobb County police officer. So there you go. Anyway, back to when every wrestler had a job and they were wrestlers. But anyway, back to that. He was saying for years how Vince McMahon was, and he finally when all this comes out, they're like, oh, we're gonna listen to him. Finally. And right now, there's even conspiracy theories going on with the former Vince Russo, who was in the WWE and WCW. He had EC3, who's the current NWA wrestling champion for NWA wrestling all these events, including Ohio Valley Wrestling, which comes on tonight on YouTube. By the way, they were talking about how they felt like Vince maybe tried to get it back in the wrestling business, and everybody else has been saying the same thing. And yeah, I think he might want to get revenge on the company that kind of booted him out after what he did. I mean, they act like, he acts like he shouldn't have been booted out after what he did to this Janelle Grant, this trying to sexually sell her. But if it was just him and her getting it on, that's between the two of them. Okay. If she was good with him doing the things he was doing, that's between them. If Linda McMahon didn't care, that's between the three of them. Yeah. But some of the things McMahon did was disgusting. And he tried to use her as a point to bring people back in, even tried to give her to Brock Lesnar to re-sign it and everything. But, trafficking and everything. So everybody knows the story of what's going on with Vince. Well, Vince wants to get back in the wrestling business, I think. And with AEW right now having the problems that they possibly could be coming off their network, Shane McMahon, his son, Shane O'Mac, had a meeting with Tony Khan last week right before SummerSlam. And it was a big announcement. Like Shane McMahon going over to AEW was going to take eyes off the product, SummerSlam product, the WWE. I watched I don't watch AEW. I got stuff from last night. Probably the best match on the card last night was Daniel Bryan, a.k.a. Bryan Danielson, taking on Jeff Jarrett. So I don't really watch that product. It's boring. And then when you bring back big stars, you're like, here's Hook. Who's Hook? He's Taz's son. Oh, okay, that's why he's it. Anyway, whatever. So Shane O'Mac had something. Everybody's talking about, well, Shane, the thing is going around the internet is Shane could possibly join. Why would he join a company and work for him? I do watch a little boxing and MMA. I want to see Mike Tyson knock Logan Paul's brother out, Jake Paul. Bite his ear off. So there you go. Because my tribal chief Martin is more real than the politicians out there. It's a show. It's a soap opera. But anyway, my whole thing is behind the scenes with Vince McMahon making billions and him being a scumbag. And I was going to watch a documentary that started off with him talking on it, and I had to turn it off because he made me sick to my stomach. Y'all know some of y'all's favorite people were part of all the people running for the presidency now was that. Oh Lord, we got to get ready for our guest here in just a few moments. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
Georgia.
Hey, what's up?
Everybody around.
How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm doing all right. It is Martin DeLuce.
That's right. I know who it is. I know who you are.
Yeah, you got caller ID?
No, I just know you by your voice. You've called in, so I know you by your voice. So. I mean, I got caller ID, but I don't know everybody's number.
Oh, that is so nice because I can tell by people's voice too.
That's awesome.
Most with a flying tip.
Exactly.
They have extra tips on that. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Anyway, if you want a real true crime,
Patriot. Good morning. Yes. Go ahead quickly because we got a guest coming up in the next hour, Martin. Go ahead.
I know.
Go ahead.
At TWA Flight 800,
Uh-huh.
it was not a fuel problem. It was not a fuel problem. That flight, TWA Flight 800. What ended up happening is we was doing a test on our new Stinger missile.
Right.
And we shot it down.
Wow. Huh.
What really happened. And I'm dead serious.
I appreciate you letting me know. That is some true crime information we definitely needed this morning.
And I gotta let you go because I gotta go back in court.
All right, do that.
Later.
Take care, brother. Thank you. That was Martin Deloach. He's an attorney in Texas, guys, and we appreciate him being with us and watching this morning. Patriot, I didn't see you on there. Patriot, I'm sorry, Patriot. Anyway, back to Vince McMahon and his soap opera. His son, as we get ready to go on the break, his son, Shane McMahon, met with Tony Khan. Could they be taking over AEW? That's the conspiracy theory from Vince Russo. So, but you do know that half the people you guys like used to be in wrestling years ago, right? Back in a moment. Whoa, wait. I got to say this live on the radio. One of our OGs, welcome in Cher. Good morning to her. Had to do that, Cher. You're one of my OGs. I couldn't just look the audience here in Georgia not to know you're not on. Vince don't own WWE anymore. He sold it out to the people that partially own. There's a company called TKO that bought him out that owns also UFC, and they're under the same umbrella. He had sold most of his shares, and he had small shares, but when this incident happened, he sold the rest of his shares and left the company. Rick's, for some reason, Pete said he couldn't get on here. Why can't he get on here? Did he block it? He'll have to unblock it because I didn't block him. Everybody saying good morning to Michelle. I'm not even going to ask her about like I asked the rest of the females because she wouldn't waste. She'd be like, what? All right. Easy Money. Oh, wait a minute. Easy Money back in the house. What's up? Easy. It's been a while, brother. We missed you, man. Easy Money in the house, baby. All right, we got to move this over here. Got to move this over here as we get ready for our great guest. Which Martin did you Google? Which Martin did you Google? Because they both badasses. Martin M. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. The Patriot looked you up, Martin M. Martin. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Kind of hot, but other than.
I agree with you, JH. Child rapists should never walk around. You're right. We'll put them up in jail with Big Bubba. I like the way you look. So we're talking about who today?
Miss Shamika.
Shamika, that's who I thought.
Yeah, it's been a year. We talked about it this month last year, so.
Yeah.
And I want to put a little pressure on it because I know they're looking at it. Some of the old investigators are looking at cold cases, but they're giving them cases like the Chambers case, which I find amusing.
Right.
They gave him Shamika, but from what I've heard, the family is lawyered up. I can't confirm that 100%, but it makes sense. The mother dies, and then they lawyer up. So that kind of irritated me, you know. I wouldn't give him another case, Tammy Blunt in 2017, but another Lee County case. The Shamika's a Lee County case also. So
right.
Anyway, you know, it's been another year.
Well, they
kind of like the poke at the killer.
They're getting all the pressure on them. I'm telling you, they're getting all the pressure on them. That's the problem, because they know that there's a lot of people listening to this show, a lot of people listening, and they're getting a lot of pressure on them.
Well, they might as well understand that until they solve this case, which is solvable, it's not really that complicated. I understand the lack of and the necessity to have the lack of.
Yeah, that's right.
But the killer, she's still, or he's still, or they're still.
Whoever they are, yeah.
Yeah, and when you kill a kid, a child, you know, and that should be really something that causes you an extended amount of grief and guilt. It would any normal human. So, maybe you need to lighten us your load and let us put this one behind us. You know, I'm not going to say all that, but I had to figure out a way to angle it to where it might get back to them to agitate them. That's all I can do is agitate the person a little bit to make them have to think about it.
Well, that's what we're here for sure. That's what we're here for, and that's what they're not liking it. I mean, I've got information that they're mad because they're having to do their jobs and everything, but I don't care because I have to do my job. My job is to present it. This is my job. My job is to put it out there and let people hear about it. That's what my job is. You know, it's more important than
for people like us. It's a great opportunity to reach out to the community to remind them.
I'm 46 tomorrow. Happy 46th birthday tomorrow, bro.
Oh, that's sad. No, we're not gonna forget about that one. You're gonna fix that one. Okay, I don't like it. 11-year-old little girl. If it had been anything but a little black girl, it would have been hysterical. And so,
well, I don't think they care about people at all. Back in that day, they didn't care about anybody. I don't think.
No, you're right. The statistics were high on murder in the 90s. It was just the drugs. It really got up. And that was one of the highest years of murder in this county.
Yep.
And then oddly, it's gone down strategically, especially since people are shining lights on it. Can't quite get away with it. People are looking at it.
Exactly.
What's the concept staying on their toes?
What's up, Daily Stuff? It's Amanda.
This
is like a radio show. I'll keep telling you.
Got some good cops and you got real bad ones. So I'm praying Shamika gets a good one.
I am too.
But if the family's lawyered up, I would discuss that some because to me it's a contrary thing. Why would you do that?
Well, they probably needed to lawyer up because they probably needed to protect themselves because of this. They know it's going to be heavy whoever they go against, and maybe somebody that's big time in that town. And big time people, just like that loser guy out in Virginia City, Nevada, that was doing all that stuff to that kid or to that man that was out just trying to sign people up to vote. You got some people still, and look, I have trolls, the same type of trolls that come on my feed and start acting a fool. Some people that are out there in real life, they think they can just say and do whatever they want to anybody. And when somebody says something to them, they get mad. And her family's just gearing up for a fight against those type of people. So
Honestly, bullying haven't really. I've been immune for some reason my whole life from bullying. But I didn't belong to bullies. I didn't belong to God. I didn't belong to the nerds.
Happy birthday! Daily stuff.
People. I kind of did belong, but I belonged anywhere I wanted to go. So.
That's right. Good morning, Daily Stuff with Samantha. How you doing, sister?
I must have a look. I'm one of those things that if you bite into it, you spit it out. Whoa, don't bother that. I don't like it. It tastes gross.
Oh, well, yes, sir. I am streaming again. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. I am doing good Daily Stuff with Samantha. That still needs to be a show. I love it. Patriot is 25. Don't ask him how old he is, Pete. I'm picking Pete. I'm going to say he's 25. Every one of you are going to stay 25 on your next birthdays. Except for Martin M. He's going to be 35, okay? Okay, that's how we're going to handle it. We're all going to stay in our 20s.
29 max.
29 max. There you go. Bever says yes. Pedro says I'm 15 with 31 years experience. You're young? Then we're going to make you even younger. There you go. Martin says I take 10 years off. We're all going to take the 10 years off. All of us going to do that 10 and 20 years off. There you go. We got to stay young. You have a good day too, Samantha. We thank you for joining us for a few minutes and getting the likes up and everything and getting the feed up. Thank you for your analytics help. We got true crime expert on the line, guys. Author of the Birthday Bash, Elizabeth Sorrels, is going to join us at the top of the hour. Once we come out of the break and everything, we're going to dive into our true crime episode, guest of the week. I was thinking it was next week with her, but it was today. I forgot last Thursday was the first Thursday. So turned out great that we had a guest today. I'm glad because I wouldn't have known what to do. Actually, I wouldn't know what to do, but it's better to have guests, guys. It's more fun.
I'm on the ball, right?
Well, I was thinking since this was going to be officially the first week of August that we were doing it next week, but then when I saw that you had sent that, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. I'm all good.
Yeah. Well, I remember there was 5 weeks time, and then it'd be like, well, if it's a 5 week, you're on the 3rd. But then you said, no, you're going to be on the 2nd every month. That's your time.
Yep, that's it. Well, that was when I had a whole lot of people second Thursday. I forgot. Yeah. So I'm like, good. And there's no crossover. So.
Well, 1 month I wasn't already, and you canceled that month. I think it was July, maybe June, July.
Yeah, when we probably had somebody.
I wasn't ready. I was like, you're like, I'm like, hallelujah.
What's going on? I might have was off or had something else. I don't know. Some things happen. Things happen. I don't remember. I don't remember what happened last week. I remember what happened yesterday, but I don't remember what happened yet last week.
We can tell you because I write it down. It's like a quirk of mine. I'll find it, a couple years later. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that.
All right, we're getting ready to go on.
All right.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. It's the final period of play on this Twisted Tuesday. 78,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast Shout Out Loud across the RyanORadio media page. Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. 25 radio stations, real and internet on there. And Randy said about 25 to 50 people, I think, got in contact with him from there. Something like that. 25 to 30, something like that. Contacted him. We appreciate you guys. Also, we're going to go to British Columbia, Isles of Canada, and finally, across 99.1 FM, WQEE, The Key, real radio for real people, inspirational talk and Southern sports in the Atlanta market, and right here across the YouTube page, Facebook page, and more. Our guest this morning, she's the author of The Birthday Bash, a book about her brother's unsolved homicide, and she brings us every month into unsolved homicides that need to be looked into. Every single month we talk with her about what that particular month and what's going on. And not only that, she also brings us the stories behind it. Here, our guest this morning is the author of The Birthday Bash, another unsolved homicide in small town USA, where everybody knows your name. They know your mom and them. They know what you like to eat, what your favorite pizza topping is, but I don't know who did it. Please welcome Elizabeth Sorrels. Good morning.
Good morning, Ryan. Good morning.
How you doing on this Thursday morning?
I'm doing good on a Thursday morning.
Yeah, I was going to call it Tuesday.
It's a good day.
I don't know. I didn't put us back 2 days ago. I don't know why I'm doing that.
It's okay. It's all right. It's fine. I mean, it seems to be a big blur with the high 90s. You just kind of lose track of time.
I know.
Blurs in, so.
I know. Good Lord.
2024 is a hot one.
It is a hot one, all right. It's burning up out there, but it's going to be burning up in here as well, because we're going to be talking about this particular month in just a few moments. But before we get into all of that, I got to get my poll question out to you guys, our true crime poll question of the day. Good. By the way, Cher in Iowa says, good morning to you, Elizabeth.
Morning.
Which of these child murderers might be the most terrifying people to ever walk this planet? The killer clown, John Wayne Gacy from the 1970s, getting 76% of the vote. The man known as the Candyman, Dean Corell, who also, there's going to be a double feature or documentary on both of them. He was in the 1970s. He killed 28 boys there. A man named Robert Black, who killed 4 girls and did much more in UK. He was the Scotland killer in the UK. And finally, which 7% and 7% for those two, and then 9% for Norman Sims, who was a 5th grade teacher known as the Station Strangler in South Africa, where he killed 22 boys from 1980 to 1994 who's still behind bars. So that is your poll question this morning, ladies and gentlemen. They all very scary and evil. And like some of my listeners say, there needs to be a hashtag, something against people like that. I'm not going to say destroy the pedos is what we say. Kill the pedos, or I don't know what it was. Drop them in jail. Put them in there with Big Bubba. So these guys were crazy. And there was many more out there. You guys have mentioned them, but they just didn't have nicknames. And I decided to come up with the ones that had nicknames this morning in the poll question. So they're all terrible. I wouldn't choose one over the other. I'd vote them all. So if I could vote them all, I'd vote them all. All right. Speaking of that, we're going to get into this month with Elizabeth. Elizabeth, we're going to talk about a young lady that we've been talking about since you've been on the show. We know that the case has been reopened. More cash rewards have been added. I know they're having to work diligently hard since we've been talking about this. And I know that all the cases we talk about has been reopened and opened up scars for not the victims' families, for those that have to actually do something about it. It's scars for them because they're really having to look into this and work harder. But with DNA and all that kind of testing and all this stuff today, we should be able to find something quick. So who are we talking about today?
Well, this is our youngest unsolved victim in Chambers County, Shamika Denise Ray, 11 years old.
Right.
And yeah, like you said, we have discussed her in length for many shows, but it's
Right.
been about a year, so here we are
Again.
Again. And this is her case from 1999. It was a Wednesday night, January, which would have been cold, 27th, 1999,
Yep.
25 years ago.
Wow.
Shamika was said to have told her family goodnight around 9:30 p.m. and soon she went to bed. This was the last time anyone ever saw her alive again, except for those killers at first. The next morning, Thursday, January 28th, her mother discovered missing. Her father, who was coming home from work, he just began searching all over the area, first asking questions to people that might know her, making phone calls, because through all of them, it looked like she just left.
Right.
She ran away. Maybe she's got mad. Maybe, she's a preteen here.
Right.
There was, so he finally did go make a report to the Lee County Sheriff's Department.
Right.
She was missing. The initial belief, like I said, was that she'd run away from home. There was no sign of foul play in the house or outside.
Right.
No indications that she'd even been taken from the home. The home was located on Highway 29 in Lee County. It was a small, 1,000 square foot, 5-room house that she shared with her parents and her sister. Friday afternoon, January 29th, the same day and that morning in the police reports, her being missing appeared in the police reports, a Beulah student. That afternoon, though, around 2 p.m., within our county, a school bus was traveling down Judge Brown Road, located in Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the children noticed something laying in the ditch alongside the road. The driver stopped the bus and investigated the object, and it was discovered it was a little girl's body. Shamika had been found.
Oh.
Immediately, the Valley Police Department was on the scene, filling it off. James County Sheriff's Department also joined in investigation along with the Lee County authorities and Alabama State forensic teams. The coroner ruled Shamika's death a homicide. She had a severe blunt force trauma to her head. The little girl had not been sexually assaulted in any way. She was dressed in the same clothes she'd worn at elementary school on Wednesday, the last day she attended. A gray t-shirt and blue jeans. She had on her Orlando starting jacket and shoes and socks, and so she was dressed not for bed. And from what I'm hearing, it sounds more like she was dressed to go outside.
Right. Wow.
So there's no motive to be established. Statement would be made by the Chambers Sheriff's Department. They don't know at this point where it happened or what happened.
Right.
Few and sketchy details.
Very
It
sketchy.
was speculated she had been thrown out on Wednesday night to the very early Thursday morning. That meant Shamika's body was already in the ditch before she was even reported missing.
Right.
Stayed there 24, 36 hours before being noticed. Saturday, her father had to identify his only daughter's remains, with photos taken at the crime scene. Her father was the stepfather of her older sister. So, Shamika was a real small girl, just 4 feet 7 inches, 60 pounds. But with that little bitty body, she had this big old wide smile. I mean, all her pictures, this big wide smile. She loved to play basketball and loved to read. She's a 6th grade student. Her teacher shared her favorite memories of the vivacious girl. My favorite memory is that she loved to read. She'd save her money in order to purchase Junie B. Jones books. She was a leader among her friends.
Right.
Quite an enthusiastic student. She would be 36 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
The age of my own daughters. The Beulah Elementary School built a new school and put a visible tree memorial planted with a memorial plaque for her name to be affixed to for 25 years now. So it should be a nice size and beautiful tree.
Right.
That's it. That's the end of the case. Okay. So the questions that I had.
Right.
So as to see her alive.
That's a good question.
Her family at 9:30, but while
Yeah, she was in her school clothes.
Her mother and her sister, her father was at work. It was a small home, so you'd assume her ex would have been seen or heard. Like police said, sketchy details. No clear answers or truth. Some say the house was full of people, though, and Shamika was still wide awake at 11:30
Right.
p.m. that night. Motive? None.
Well, I got questions too. One question I have about this: who disliked the family so much that they would do this to a child, or did this child decide that she was just going to go out, sneak out in the middle of the night and try to go somewhere, and she ended up running into the wrong person? There's so many questions that have not been answered to why, what would happen. It's always going to go back. Well, it's got to be somebody in the family. It's got to be somebody knows. That's just where they begin. But when you're not able to connect this young lady's death, who would be 36 years old today, probably have her own children, her own career or whatever. She wanted to be a teacher, I think. And there's more questions than answers. And I just want to know who they made mad during that time, who they were mad at, whether she accidentally just snuck out and ran into the wrong person. I mean, what? There's just so many questions, Elizabeth.
Yeah. And I could, some of the evidence could just be from the attack, the blunt force trauma. What would that say about the attacker, the killer?
Right.
That's evidence that someone close to him usually. A damage typically done to a victim's face or head is done by close relationships usually. And most domestic murders are domestic. So with blunt force, it could be not premeditated, could be a burst of anger.
Right.
And I don't believe that intentions could have possibly been to kill her, but most certainly to inflict suffering on her. Teach her something maybe. As far as going out, I just feel like if someone grabbed up on her, they might do more to her than just hit her in the head and toss her in the ditch. They had more. She'd probably never been found in that case usually, or
right.
And so again, it kind of circles around her immediate people in her circle. No weapon has ever been involved to me. That sounds like it's probably
that was a question.
Something that's handy, something right at hand, not planned, but something that they used that just happened to be there. But they might know what hit her. They're not going to reveal everything to catch the killer. They can't. And so we're not sure, never revealed what kind of weapon or hit her. The crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
Well, other than her home and the dump site and the condition of her body, not knowing where she was attacked, nor what vehicle transported her 6 miles into another county.
Right.
What is known is she wasn't kidnapped. She wasn't sexually assaulted.
Right.
It was not random.
Right.
She was dumped and tossed into a ditch, not concealed or hidden in any way, or in a well-traveled. It was on a well-traveled road versus dirt roads. Whoever killed her wanted her to be found, which is contrary to most homicides.
Exactly, especially the ones we talk about. Yeah.
More than likely, she knew her killer. More than likely, her murder was motivated by something really stupid. Yet, with enough passion and anger, it becomes spontaneous. A vicious accident or mistake. Someone watching her 11-year-old circle, that know her. I would assume it would have to haunt the killer.
I would think so. So.
We were talking statistics a while ago. And
right.
I have statistics right here.
Okay.
All right. For children in that age right there.
Okay.
11. That's middle childhood. This is something I didn't know. I found this to be entertaining and informative. That concerning children in the middle childhood ages 6 to 11, it would seem to be a time when children are relatively immune from the risk of homicide. That's really weird. I mean, because you're usually from birth to death not immune.
Right, exactly.
Okay. So this is an age range where it's least likely. Although children in this age group can face substantial violence in the form of both parental assault at home or peer pressure in school or neighborhood, relatively little of it is ever lethal. The homicide rate for children in middle childhood is lower than that for any other segment of the population, including the elderly. Children ages 6 to 11 are less dependent, require less continual care than very young children. They're more self-sufficient, making them less of a burden. Children in middle childhood are also bigger and better able to hide from, dodge the blows of, and get away from angry caregivers. It takes more force and energy to inflict lethal injury on a child ages 6 to 11. But children in middle childhood do get murdered. So, statistically, she's in the least likely category to ever have such a thing happen to her. So, and this is another fact, when a child goes missing, found dead, this is just the way it is. Investigators, I suppose this only all murders, but especially children, they're found missing or dead, investigators focus on their family.
Exactly.
Statistics, the youngest homicide victims often are killed by their parents or immediate family or friends. So,
and I can see that,
but not put a bigger net around it. Maybe they've been focused in that one direction because by nature and motive reason solve the case, you just do what you do, which is to look at the closest and the people in the house with her, the family that comes stay in the house sometimes, circle of friends. She didn't live in like a neighborhood where she had people all the way around her. They lived on a highway.
Wow.
So, the Highway 29, but it really wasn't a place where you go out in the yard and play basketball out in the street. You can't go out and do that there. And so it's not like a big neighborhood, more sparse and rural. But in the modern mass media, it depicts malicious perpetrators out seeking innocent strangers almost at random. These crimes do occur, but in the U.S., people are far more commonly victimized by people who know them than by strangers. Particularly true for females. People are most likely to suffer murder, beatings, rapes at the hands of acquaintances, relatives, and family members. That's sad, but true. And so, in my own case, did it involve family? Yeah, it did. Did the family do it? No. But family, always in the instance of a homicide, and it's so personal, like beatings or forced trauma, asphyxiation, where they're sitting on you and holding you and squeezing the light out of you. That's rage and
anger.
You just don't walk up to someone. Usually, you don't see it, but you might now with all the video footage and TV shows. People walking across on a busy bus and just start strangling strangers.
Wow.
Apparently they do it because we see it, but it's not normal. Usually they're going to be strangling their partner.
Well, it definitely it's
their parent or vice versa.
Right. It's kind of weird. I mean, it definitely is. Well, before we close out her segment and go to a break, you did say during off the air, you were telling me that the family has decided to get a lawyer.
I'm not 100% sure. People tell me things, and I've informed that this case is being looked at.
Yeah, they probably definitely want somebody on their side to help prosecute
the mother of Shamika passed away last year in 2023, and so that pressure might get put on a little harder because, like I said, they're going to look at the family. Now, my brother comes out of emergency surgery after being beaten. He's not awake. He's sitting there unconscious, and sister-in-law says to me, to my mother, do you think I need to get an attorney? Let me promise you one thing. That was the last thing we would have ever thought about looking at him right there.
Right.
What would she be thinking? That's the first moment we looked at her.
Right.
I mean, this was so horrific. How could you? And then we just looked at her. Why would you be worried
Right.
what normal people do. Like for me, my little brother has created this creature you're listening to right now.
Right.
What
Right.
happened
Right.
to him?
Right.
It doesn't happen to her people, her family. Who's left doesn't seem to want to talk about it, look at it, think about it, remember it, or remember her at all. And that bothers me a little bit because she, it could be a way of dealing with guilt of it. I don't know. Ignore it, but.
Well, I can see it like this. When it comes to a situation in this, they may not be getting a lawyer because they need to be getting a lawyer because it's like, all right, we've got to push this harder. And if the person that we're going up against that actually did this was somebody that's connected in this town, we're going to have somebody that can fight them because, because
Speak for us. It's not easy to get up and talk.
Yeah.
I'd make it sound that way, but 90% of the people don't want to talk about it. They don't want to. And I understand that. Some people in my family have never discussed it, while other people share it. Good memories and the sad ones, and we're still pushing and praying.
Exactly.
That's all we can do, But you're not pushing and praying, and you don't care. And that's 11-year-old little sister, little
Right.
daughter,
Exactly.
a friend, a girl, a little child.
We're hoping.
Never got any. I don't see in 11 years how could she be so cruel or horrible that someone wants to take her life away from her.
I don't know. People are just not all there. We've always had this happen. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about this. Actually, we'll talk more details. We'll get some more stuff with Elizabeth Sorrels after we come back from this break. You are listening to RyanORadio Penitentiary. We are inside the penitentiary and lockdown you inmates, and we are talking with Elizabeth Sorrels, the author of the Birthday Bash, right here on the network. Just to let you guys know, it looks like my analytics for the month of July came in, and we got 15K views there, and almost 100 new subscribers on the YouTube. I want to thank you guys for that, supporting the show. Back in a moment. You're listening to RyanORadio Penitentiary. All righty. I don't think we got anything else with her. So is there anything else you got to talk about?
No, other than talking to her killer.
Okay.
That was it. I could discuss this other case, but I had a family member request me not to.
Okay.
Here we go. We got another one, but I did have prepared another one, but this one actually is not from here.
Okay.
From Oregon, and so, but the mother requested I not talk, and I said, that's fine, I will not. It's a relatively new, and he is missing, but he's from Lee County, Beulah area, and he's missing in Oregon, and he's related to Shamika.
Okay.
His last name is Ray also, and but like I said, it's nothing much to say except for he's just missing, and foul play is kind of suspected. But
okay.
People in Beulah down here are really upset about it because family.
Well, it's the second time. I mean, somebody's out to get them for sure.
Yeah. All I had left really was to kind of push at the Shamika's killer again.
Okay.
But because I mean, after we've heard it, it's like I want to be able to tell you something that's happened positive about it. That's what I would love to be able to say. Brian, guess what?
It's gonna happen. It's gonna come in.
It happens, and I think it will. I'm gonna keep praying and hoping that it will.
Oh, it will. It will. You keep putting it out there. We keep doing it. I mean, things are gonna happen. They have to do their jobs whether they want to or not, and they have to get it out there. So.
I don't know, when I relook at it every time I start from scratch and go through everything, and it's apparent to me who did it.
Oh, Pepper says she said you definitely told this girl's story from your heart, and she says she felt that she's praying for her.
Oh,
That's from Virginia, Pepper from Virginia. So there you go.
I wish I could read like you are and talk and all that at the same time.
Y'all know everybody. It's just what I've been doing for 20 something years. The actual just going to a feed now is just the same thing as taking calls on the radio. It's a lot easier because you have calls on radio. You got to point, push, and go through. And you got to watch out and you got to maintain that they don't cuss. Like one person tried to cuss earlier this week that just called me to mess with me on Monday and tried to cuss almost on the air. But whatever people say on the feed can be said on the feed because it's on YouTube and it's no problem. And I can just read it and drop out whatever words don't need to be said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have,
I have some experience, but I will not speak of them. Yeah, it just bugs me about the hearing those.
Oh, it's been a good week and stuff.
And one of them was the Chambers case, which I found kind of. I mean, look at it. I could tell you who did that one too. The Klan.
Yeah, nobody should beat anybody. That's true.
But no one's ever going to tell you that.
Warrior defenders can teach you how to whoop somebody.
I'm going to talk to the family last.
All right, we're getting ready to come back. We're coming back.
Hi.
Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. 32 minutes past the hour. It's currently 77 degrees out there in the Atlanta market, and it's getting warmer. It's getting hit up near the 90s today, low near the 70s tonight. Beautiful weekend ahead. At least we don't have to worry about that Hurricane Debbie dropping off too much rain. And some of you guys can get your yard work done. I already have mine. We have our guest this morning. It is Elizabeth Sorrels. She's the author of The Birthday Bash, a book about her brothers called Homicide. And we're talking with her about Shamika Ray. And this young lady died at 11 years old, was murdered at 11 years old, would be 36 years of age this year. And they're really looking into it. I know a lot of things are going on. And we're still talking about this situation, and the family is still worried. The mother passed away, you told us, last year. So we're hoping that within the next year, we can get real answers, and her mother can rest in peace as well.
Exactly. I mean, she would pass never knowing.
Right.
That happens often around the Chambers. Mothers go without ever knowing what happened.
Right.
To their children. And I think about Shamika's killer a lot.
Right.
A lot. Because this killer obviously was somebody 25 years ago near her who had a problem with self-control.
Obviously.
Who in her life lacked self-control?
That's a good question.
Was he drinking in that house? I don't know. Because
that's another question.
Self-control.
Right.
Alcohol makes violent people more.
Exactly.
And what provoked her killer? What made it escalate to homicide?
Yeah.
Was she fussing with someone? I mean,
exactly.
This is things people from back then that were around her, if they know or can think of such a thing going on around her or such a person, she must have frustrated someone enough to hit her. Was this person who killed a child the type of person who liked hurting people and believed they could just get away with it often?
Did they do it before?
Someone, they use lethal violence.
Right.
And wanted her to suffer. I mean, even if it was a stranger on picking her up on the side, the thought of killing a child.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
The killer and any who helped dispose the small girl's body, they need to understand, they need to know that we will never forget Shamika's case.
That's right.
The guilt of what was done, I think maybe has prevented it from ever happening to someone else. Whatever they did to her, that might have cured them, and they didn't do that no more because nothing else like that was ever done again.
Exactly.
It's certain, watching her suffer and die, I bet it's something not easily forgotten.
It isn't.
Tossing her remains out into that dirty, cold ditch. must cause nightmares.
January night.
And karma is coming.
It's coming.
Killing children, it should be difficult, and it should be a gut-wrenching, but not something so easily ignored. Guilt is often proportional to how much you care for the victim.
Right.
Why does this killer lack that empathy of caring?
Most of them do.
So,
Yeah.
I wonder if the killer has children themselves now. You know, it's been 25 years because little Shamika never got a chance to grow up and live her life.
Right.
Most people would feel guilty. every day.
Normal people would, yeah.
You know, normal people.
Yeah, normal people
Who
would.
has pushed this case? Who's pushed this case? Well, we do. We push it.
Exactly.
You were mentioning earlier, the state of Alabama, when it first happened, the governor Siegelman put $5,000
Exactly.
in 2021.
Exactly.
Governor Kay Ivey increased it to $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
So that's encouraging. Both of the Lee and Chambers authorities remain actively working on this case. I know that. Other than that, there's no pushing it that I have ever seen.
It definitely is.
You know, I have many, many friends who have lost their children,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't not remember.
I know.
They share heavenly birthdays. They share memorials of
Yes.
being this many years. I still love you,
Yes.
still miss you. That's never
Exactly.
been seen that I could see.
Exactly.
And so somebody
Somebody.
has no empathy for this murder of this child, and that person is the one who did it to her.
Exactly.
I want to pressure them.
Pressure 'em.
To,
Boom.
they need to be pressured. They just need to get this out and let it be behind us so we can move on and solve this case. Receive this justice for Shamika
Exactly.
and her family. Her
Exactly.
father still does push it. He remains vigilant and
I know.
pushing the sheriff's department into finding answers and who did this to my daughter.
You know.
And prosecute them. You know.
Exactly. And you can't the thing about it I get about it is he's still doing that. It's still hurting him. And how can people survive this many years, especially like you said, a child, your child is passed away. Now his wife passed away last year. You know, he's still pushing. I mean, how can you just live sitting in there? There's a lot of pain that Mr. Ray's going through right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, his last name is Frazier.
Frazier, Mr. Frazier, I'm sorry.
What I have seen here recently is some people have mentioned Shamika, not as
Right.
Shamika Ray,
Right.
because that was her mother, maiden name, Eloise Ray
Okay.
Frazier. So they've been referring to her as Shamika Frazier.
So Mika Frazier, that's it. That's good.
So, you know, it's, it really is, because that's his only child that
Right.
I know. I mean, he, of course, he has a stepdaughter, but that's his baby. She was a little thing, you know, like I was saying, 4 feet tall, 60 pounds, big old smile that he's never going to get to see on her face ever again.
Yeah.
He was grief-stricken from that moment, and he stays that way. I think it's hard, I think, in a lot of ways. You might know who did it, but there's no way to prove who did it. That's fathers and fathers.
That's the biggest thing right there for a lot of people. I mean, and people, it's like, you know, like one of my listeners was said, Pepper, she's like, people just walking around doing these crimes, you know, don't care that they did them. And they're out in public. And then the sad thing about it is whoever did this to this child is walking around like, you know, it's no big deal. And it's like you said, they could have family, they could have kids, they could have other things. Why would they just abuse a child just because they don't, you know, and they're never going to give it a good excuse for it. When they get caught, Elizabeth, their excuse is not going to be, well, I was mad or well, I didn't like the family or whatever. It's going to be like, it was an accident. I didn't mean to do it. I just accidentally did it.
Well, you could have called the ambulance.
Well, I didn't think about that. I was scared.
If you really care, you would have called 911.
They're going to defend themselves.
You know, we are arguing, fighting. We see it all the time with siblings. I mean, first murder was between siblings, but if someone killed her accidentally, then they would have, in my opinion, immediately been trying to help her.
I agree with
My
that.
little toddler brother come down the
But-
steps one time over at a ponytail and just boom, 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 boom. I mean, you're not going to ignore that.
Right. No, nobody's going to do that.
That's the worst thing, and ignored it.
But these people want you to think that they're the victim and that they didn't mean to do it and all that kind of stuff. And when the person
finds people too,
yeah,
awesome people, they're outstanding people.
Yep, they think they are. They'll tell you they're great. Well, we will definitely keep pushing this and everything. Elizabeth, as always, it's great having you. Tell everybody how to follow you, the Chambers County Homicide Facebook page, how they can get in touch with you, your book, all that good stuff.
Well, you can message me on Facebook, Elizabeth Sorrels. You can look my book up online. They sell it online. You can email me at the birthdaybash@yahoo.com. And I'll send you one. I'm pretty sure if you need to get in touch with me, there's a way. So you can reach me, email me, message me through the Facebook, join the Homicide Survivor page. And we welcome anyone who wants to pray for, support, and just be there for each other, survivors of homicide. And I just want to tell y'all thank you so much that y'all give us the opportunity to do this. And all those listeners, I mean, this is a valuable time in your life when you're sitting here, and I just thank you so much for taking the time to listen to Shamika's case. And time is valuable, and you've given some to her cause, and I appreciate that so much from the bottom of my heart. So we'll definitely come find us some new ones to talk about next month. We got plenty basket, and we're gonna pray for Shamika's case real soon to be solved.
Amen.
I don't know. I think it would just help heal the community a little bit
It would.
Peace, knowing that child killers aren't going to get away with it.
Exactly.
And quit dumping your bodies in chambers.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
Exactly.
Once you're giving away, you're going to not get caught. So
exactly.
And so that's kind of mean to say, but hey, that's what they say.
D'Amica Ray Frazier, say her name, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to let Elizabeth out on good behavior back in a moment, and we get ready to close out the show. We got 15 more minutes left with you after this break. Great as always.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I will talk to you again.
Sounds good. We'll talk again next month. Have a good weekend.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. Hello.
Yeah, why are you taking that break? Why don't you look behind you and wonder why it's always something like 99.1 FM was stand for frequency modulated.
FM?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it stands for.
That's what it stands for. Yes, sir.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, why is it always 99.1? Why is it never, I don't know, 22.3?
Well, it only goes up. It only goes up to a certain ones when it gets up to something like that on the frequency.
Oh, it's because your military frequency is 18, 21, and
Okay.
23.
That makes sense.
That's why they don't like it. That's why if you go into the AM with amplitude modulated is what AM stands for, you won't find anything lower than 30.
Yep, I know. Yep.
That's why.
Okay.
Let me know if you ever knew that.
I learned a little bit of it, but now I know all of it now. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, Martin.
But have a good morning.
You too. That's cool. At least somebody understands broadcast radio. All right, let's go to the phone. Let's go back on the air. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary, which of these child murderers, ladies and gentlemen, might have been the most terrifying people to ever walk this planet. 76% of you say the clown, John Wayne Gacy. 8% say Dean Corell, the Candyman. Also, Norman Simmons from South Africa, the Station Strangler. And then 7% going to Robert Black out of the murdered in the UK, the Scotland murderer. Scotland Yard. We're going to end it right there in the poll right there for you and everything. $Ryan Shelander. You can help a brother out at Cash App, $Ryan Shelander. Send it to the Cash App, or you can go to paypal.me/Ryan Shelander. There you go. And that could help out a brother right there. And we want to thank CDP for helping us out this morning too. And everybody for being with us. We still got a few more minutes left with you, about 15 more minutes. I want to tell you that our analytics has grown the last few months, and last month did fantastic. We got almost one. We were about two away from 100 new subscribers, guys. I appreciate that in that month. We're about 15K total views, 40.40K minutes watched. That's pretty good right there. And you go back and you listen to us on all the other feeds. We're being heard all over the Navajo Nation there on Earth Rock Radio. We thank them, their participation and everything with all of our listeners, as well as with not only with our listeners, but with our guest on the show. And we want to thank all of our people on the Navajo Nation, as well as the British Columbia, Isle of Canada. They took one of our feeds and made their own feed out of it and shared it around their friends. So they have a lot of people in there as well. We want to 78, 50,000 plus, 78,000 plus, 78K plus or something like that. 50 to 78K on the Shoutcast and everything. So there you go. A lot of people listening, and we thank you guys. We really do. We thank all of you guys for being part of that. Thanks for being a new subscriber out in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. One of my favorite places. Is that affiliate and linked? In Arizona. Yes, one of my favorite places, Phoenix, Arizona. Played in a band out called Green Jello out there. We went through Cottonwood, Flagstaff, Cottonwood, and then went to Phoenix and played. That was about years ago. Many years ago. But great place. Love Phoenix. Great food, too. So there you go. India won the hockey men's bronze. Congratulations. Anna is my name, but thank you. Anna's your name. Okay. Hey, Anna. Thank you for letting us know for real. That way we know who you are and not just go by your frequency. Good morning to you. Thank you for subscribing and everything. Well, we appreciate everybody being with us. Final game between Germany and the Netherlands. There you go. Thank you, Bolly, for keeping us updated on the games and the athletes over there with the Summer Olympics. And as we ignore all the other stuff. What was the name of the band? Green Jelly. It was originally Green Jelly, and it had to be turned to Green Jello because the Green Jelly, the company that owned Green Jelly, sued Bill. But yeah, I played with them out there in the California side and Nevada side and Arizona side. I had a good time when we were out there. Getting old now, you can't do it. I mean, Bill's older, but still. USA still #1 medal tally. Awesome. Nice to hear. Well, I'm just looking at this analytics. I'm thanking YouTube for sending that and the things that they're doing with us. We appreciate you guys and everything. I think I got all the true crime out of the way this morning. Maybe one more true crime news story for you. A 41-year-old woman will spend at least 6 decades in prison for fatally shooting her boyfriend. That's all people have done is shoot their significant others now. And mutilating his remains and scattering them in 2 different counties. She not only shot him, she cut him up and threw him in different places. She was watching too much American Horror Story. Her name is Micheline Goodwin. She killed her 50-year-old boyfriend back in January of 2023. She said it was an accident. Yeah, it was an accident to shoot him. Then she chopped him up and threw him in. Accident, yeah. I accidentally killed somebody. It's not my fault. Thank you, Pete, for saying it's a great show. I appreciate that. I accidentally killed somebody. It wasn't my fault. I mean, well, did you accidentally chop them up and throw them into 2 separate counties? Well, I decided to do that because, he was just there. And I figured you guys throw me in jail for killing him, so I just cut him up. I don't know what their excuse is for that. I hate to break it to you, but that's always been happening. Yeah, people killing their significant others. I know, 12. It's just surprising in 2024 it's happening more. It doesn't happen it never happened that back in the day. Not like we talk about that every month on this show. 2 shows that every month talks about that. With the Book of Dead podcast, Courtney Lizo, and who we just had, Elizabeth Sorrels. But, we think it just happening nowadays. But I'm just trying to wonder, why she would chop him. Evil minds, exactly, Cher. Oh, man, I don't know why they would do that. Lie or whatever. Little pig, let me in. Nobody, chin. That's right, Texas Repo. Oh, man. So there you go. Since the beginning of time. Yep. Exactly. One of Adam's sons killed his brother, Cain and Abel. Human nature is part of the brain that promotes violence, also promotes creativity, so it's natural. Yo, what's up, S? What's up? 710 at best. Well, Martin, you wouldn't have a job if people didn't do stupid things, right? He's a lawyer. So. All right, let's see. MJF defeated Kyle Fletcher. Whoopee. Hook return. Whoopee. Jeff Jarrett and Bryan Danielson, a great match. Bryan Danielson beat him at the end of the night. After the show was over, he and his crew were talking with Renee, and Renee got attacked by one man. I don't get it. So that's it. It was off the air. Okay, I don't watch AEW, sorry. But I do give updates on that. And like tomorrow, I'm going to give an update for going into the weekend for SmackDown, as well as your soap opera fans. I know Gail's a soap opera fan. She listens to the show every morning. We're going to review this week's Bold and the Beautiful and Young and the Restless for you. And get you ready for tomorrow's big show. And we've got to get ready for the weekend. CFL football, Friday and Saturday and Sunday. We're getting ready for NFL preseason beginning. We talked about that earlier. Richard brought up that idea. Yeah, we're going to get you some NFL preseason news as this beginning. High school football begins tomorrow night as well. We'll try to run down some of those games in Georgia. We'll get you some college preseason games and just all kind of sports and all kind of things going on tomorrow. It is a Friday show. We try to make it a fun Friday show. And we'll probably try to maybe open some phone lines. You never know. But we want to thank our guests all week long this week. We want to thank Elizabeth Sorrels today, Randy Rocket Cody from yesterday. We want to thank Shane B, who'll be back on Tuesday with us again. Sports Beats Richard Holdridge on Tuesday again. Inside the Coach's Corner Monday with this coming up Monday starting at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So we'll kick the show off and then we'll head to the Coach's Corner to talk with Coach Tommy Lewis on Mondays. Beginning earlier. So all that's coming up for you. Ladies, ladies, check out WarriorDefenders.com to become your own hero. There you go. Great sponsor here at the station and a great show her own. All right, let's see what we got going on. I think we're just about ready to get out of here. Stay tuned. Coming up for Sustainable Brown Girl with Ariel Green, also singled out with Gabrielle Denise. And then we'll have the Pet Show. So it's women power shows, 3 next. The Pet Buzz coming up for you at 11 a.m. And then the best sports lineup begins at noon to 5 p.m. 12 to 2 p.m. is the Rod Peterson Show. He's going to be talking NFL, CFL, and a little NHL. Also, 2 to 3 is going to be the Sports Read Richard Holdridge. He's going to do high school sports for you and college sports and NFL. And then 3 to 5 is NFL preview with Braves Country Radio as they continue that, and baseball for the Atlanta Braves. So that's all coming up for you. And we'll be back here tomorrow morning for the Friday show. I can't believe it's already Friday. I can't believe it's already Friday. Wally says Genghis Khan killed that many people in 1 hour. No one could match him. No, Genghis Khan was a cruel human being. He was evil. So there you go. All right, I'm out of here. And the winner of today's poll question, I guess you would call it a winner. Which of these child murderers might be the most terrifying people you ever walk the earth, the planet? John Wayne Gacy with the most. But him and Dean, he's known as the Killer Clown, and the Candyman, Dean Corell, they've got a new documentary coming out that they're working on, both of them, because they went too far off from each other in the same state. So I'll be watching that too. And I watched some more stuff, more documentaries, more stuff. I've been doing a lot of Adam Sandler comedies, guys. Got to get away from all this serious stuff out here. Had to do some Adam Sandler comedies. Love me some Adam Sandler. Had to watch me some Michael J. Fox stuff too. And last night I actually rewatched, paid attention a little bit close. I like those live shows where they take the shows we grew up watching and do a behind the scenes. Like I watched Beverly Hills 90210 last night. The movie about them behind the scenes. And after the first three seasons and everything as it continued. And then I watched the one about I didn't watch this one last night, but in the past I watched Saved by the Bell, The Full House, and all those. So they did pretty good. I'm hoping they do one on Family Ties with Michael J. Fox in them. Yeah. They probably didn't have as much stuff as the rest of them. All right, we're going to get out of here, guys. Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you? You there?
That's great. Thank you for asking. I'm also fine.
Yeah.
Just my call is just to let you know that you have been qualified for government entity.
Yeah, I don't need any more. I'm having a bad day. My dog died.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why?
Yeah, my dog died and my cat got ran over by a train, and we live near a track. And
no problem. Have a good day.
Yeah, same to you. That's it. Oh, God bless you. Have a nice day. He didn't want to talk to me because my dog died. My cat got ran over by a train. Please PETA up, whatever you call it. Don't get mad. It's a joke. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. If I don't see you again, have a good night. All right, guys. I'm going to let you guys get to it because I got to get some things. And I appreciate all of you being on with me this morning. Thank you for making June was great. July was wonderful. June was the best. July became even better than June. Yeah, June was my top-notch month. July was great, guys. I want to thank you last month. And heading into August, we're going to get better. Thank you guys for all of this here on the page and everything. Yeah, I'm trying to have a good time, guys. They won't call back. It'll be an hour or two before they decide to call back. They're starting to realize this number is not going to pick up. Thank you, Ann, for being with us and joining us from Arizona. And we'll see you guys once again on the flip side. Hello.
You know that was hilarious.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Martin.
You made me spit out my coffee on that one.
Well, you gotta keep it clean. I had to keep it clean, and I wanted to come up with something different. So they fall for it.
That was hilarious.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I want to start using that one now.
We'll start using it. Definitely so. Yeah, my dog died. They'll come off. They don't leave you alone for sure. They won't try to sell you anything. You have a good day.
They won't even say have a good day. They just hang up on me. Say, hey, I want to play with you more.
I did too.
You have a good one. It was an awesome show.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. You have a great day too. All right, that was Martin from Texas, our lawyer friend. All right, guys, I appreciate all of you. And thank you for the analytics, making it go up. It's going to continue to go up. We're going to be hitting that 1,000 mark pretty soon on the YouTube. And I want to thank all of you brand new listeners for being with us. We have fun every morning, a different show if you're just tuning in. True Crime Thursdays, Weird Wednesdays, Fun Fridays, Major News Mondays, and Twisted Tuesdays, movie reviews and stuff. So we just got all kind of things. We do everything. We drop in the news for you too because we are a news station, but we don't concentrate on it. We let you read it for yourself. All right. We appreciate you guys. If you want to help a brother out, $RyanShelander. That's my Cash App. You can also go to my paypal.me/RyanShelander. It's right in there. Thank you guys for all of your support and all the likes and getting that analytics up and everything. I appreciate every one of you. I really do. Oh, Martin's speaking. Are you speaking in Spanish there? Adios, amigos. All right. See you guys later. Let me get this off of here so I can get the things taken care of.